Hello, everyone, and welcome back here. If you're joining us on the Road Company channel or on CMG_Esports, we're happy you're here. We're glad you're here. We're ecstatic that you're here because up next is the grand finals for the June $10,000 Road Company Showdown main event brought to you by CheckmateGaming.com. My name's realBluTV. I'm joined with Kresnik TV. Kresnik, we've already seen some great competition today, but this is where it's all really gonna get amazingly crazy. I can't even find words to describe it. Right Turtle, Cute Hamster, the two juggernauts going up against each other once again. And also, we might be in for a long day, okay? Because if Cute Hamster wins the first best of 5, we bracket reset.
Which is brutal. It could be very long for these teams, especially, I mean, you're saying EUNA, right? The two teams against each other. It's going to be late in EU if there is a bracket reset. I know you always say, oh, they're used to it. They're working third shift. They're on the graveyard right shift for gaming. It's 11:30 right now, and imagine this is a 5-game reset. And then we have another one after that. The 10 possible games starting at 11:30. Not only are their neighbors going to be unhappy, I have a feeling that they probably wouldn't be too happy if it went that long either. So they're going to be hoping to close it out in this first best of 3. I think if these teams are coming at each other with the exact same levels we saw earlier, I'm going to give the edge to Right Turtle heading into this because of that momentum. But if we go to the second set, not only because of the time, Cute Hamsters have come back from the lower bracket against Right Turtle before. This isn't the first time that this has happened. They've been able to make it this far and reset the bracket and win it in the past. So it's not out of the realm of possibility for them, especially because they've proven it against Right Turtle in the past.
That is true. I think the only time Cute Hamsters had to go to the losers bracket is in that 8K that they ended up losing and coming in third place. But I could be wrong. Maybe. I'd have to go back and check my notes. But
I'll bring it up.
Let's talk about these two teams going up against each other. Yesterday, they had to face each other in the winter semis. And, of course, Right Turtle was able to win that. They lost to Demolition, and then they won the next 3 games. But let's take a look at our series layout before we get any deeper into the breaking down these two teams here. Skyfell will be game number 1 for Demolition. And then, there we go. Yes, I got it. We're going to Breach for game 2. It's guaranteed, baby. And then we go to Factory for game number 3 on Strikeout. And then if needed, Glacier and Canals. Now remember, for those of you who didn't quite understand what the bracket reset means, what happens is Right Turtle has not lost. This is a double elimination bracket. Cute Hamster is coming from the losers bracket. So if Right Turtle wins this set, no matter what it is, 3-0, 3-1, 3-2, if they win, they're your champions. But if Cute Hamster wins, then Right Turtle gets a second chance. We have to go to another best of 5. So in the meantime, game number 1, Skyfell, Demolition, Fixer being banned out by Cute Hamster. They're not worried about Secret against Right Turtle, it seems. And Kestrel will be banned out by Right Turtle, and that is a bold move.
Yeah, getting rid of that Kestrel here on Skyfell, where I know she's good. We've seen some great Halo drone lineups, but I don't know if she's bannable in particular. We've seen some other rogues really kind of taking the heat in more situations. You know, maybe you want to get rid of the Chalk for the plant. We've seen Chalk as a bomb carrier on this map. Maybe you try to target a Dallas or a Reveal rogue possibly, but the Kestrel seems like just a safe fallback ban from Right Turtle into Cute Hamster. And we know these teams are definitely comfortable going against each other. They have obviously done this so many times in the past. This is the constant matchup that we get to see there near the top. Oh, and I do have the info. It was Public Enemies that they lost to in the 10K. It was not Right Turtle. Cute Hamsters beat Right Turtle in the semis, lost to Public Enemies in the finals of March, and then in the losers bracket, they took down Right Turtle in the losers finals and then beat Public Enemies. So they have come back. If they also came back in losers in the 8K, that'd be interesting, but this would not be the first time, if they can turn this around, that they have won a loser's bracket run into a bracket reset.
Okay. I told you I didn't know off the top of my head. I mean, it's probably in my notes, but, you got me. I was going to say, though, Gronky has been playing Kestrel a ton of times, pretty much 24/7 in these tournaments. And I was going to say, coming into this today, if you ban Kestrel, what is he going to play? Is he going to go back to his old Dahlia or anything of that nature? But, hey, we just saw him go crazy on the Fixer. So both of them being banned out, though. What is he going to play? Could see him on something a little spicy here. Maybe like a Dima,
If you say
buff,
it enough,
Kresnik.
you will eventually,
wait, man.
You will eventually manifest
Mamba's
it
getting
into
buffed.
existence.
His alt's getting buffed, and he's getting Stalker. We're gonna see some Dima next month.
That's
man.
not yet. Next month, maybe, when Switchblade's in the mix, maybe. But Dahlia, you're right. He will go back to that frag. We'll be picking up that Dallas with the Lancer also picked up by them. I like this comp for Skyfell. I feel like I've seen them be successful with a very similar one in the past from them. Of course, Chalk from both teams. I think that's surprising no one, I would say, with how successful he is in demo in general and for letting teams in, and without an Anvil on the other team. Not that they would know that. The flashbangs are going to be just that much more valuable.
Yeah, Skyfell, Dallas, those are like two things that go hand in hand. And as you can see, Emess bringing out the Dallas for himself as well. So, yeah, Dahlia is going to go to Gronky because Fixer and Kestrel are not available, which means since Dallas is going to be picked, Frags are going to be playing it. That means Gronky is going to have to go back to that Dahlia. But on the other side, we have a Trench coming out. Of course, it's kind of standard on the defensive side, but again, Skyfell is an attack-sided map from what we've seen over the past couple months. But again, Cute Hamster, they will be attacking first here. But they're one of those teams that have learned to just find wins on the sides that are not favored, like they did on Lockdown versus Hefty Cormorant in game number 1 of our last matchup. But ladies and gentlemen, we're getting into it. The grand finals. Cute Hamster versus Right Turtle. The number 1 seed versus the number 5 seed. A rematch of yesterday's winners bracket semis. This is it. This is the start of the end for our June tournament.
And I don't think anyone's particularly surprised that it's these two teams, Blue.
Yeah, well, there's some shakeups in between. Don't you guys worry.
You're not wrong.
Bomb has been planted already. Just over 25% through that timer as well. They're holding in the top of the mall. And now look at Delena on a little bit of a delayed push from Aquarium. Oh, I think they've got an idea that he's there because they sent him off of that peak. Now he has to kind of hold from the doorway from mid. Gronky did find one, but Prosper and Emess walking through, finding some picks. Frag and Delena found 2 in return, and then Frag just finishes off that last one. 1-0. Cute Hamster start off Skyfell very strong.
That position by Delena near the very end, I think really wanted. He wasn't expecting him to be standing on the very edge on that railing. If he hits that next shot, maybe he has time to turn. Maybe he distracts him a little bit longer. 6 downs on the side of Cute Hamsters, countered 2 reses, of course, that came out from Right Turtle. I think they stabilized fairly well, and I liked the timing of their push. I think they realized, all right, we incent Delena off this angle, let's go take a 4v3. They made the smart play, and Emess almost clutched it up too with them with a really good reaction to how they were looking for him. I think with a flick back with the revolver to win one duel, just couldn't win them both, and they didn't end up on the better end of them both here. So Right Turtle almost holding on here now. Going to have to do with a very aggressive offense, and immediately Slopodopolous downed in the fire, and Prosper, the one about to be under fire here by Lambo.
Look how aggressive they are getting on this side as well, pushing all the way through Lambo into that back hallway. Possibly even taking over that entire side of the map as they will start this plant. Frag still playing on Statue. He has Gronky to the right. Em is trying to get some shots across. Not much in the way for economy for Right Turtle. At least for Emess. He still is using the pistol here. Has to use the incend. Remember, that's $5,000. So if you use that, you've got to do very well and even win the round. unless you maybe get a 4K yourself. Then maybe you can lose a round and still have enough money for a primary. Gronky gets taken out. Delena did find one himself, and now it's 3v1. And it was looking possible. He found the shots to get frag, but still 2 members standing and wasn't able to finish that clutch. 2-0 now. Emess, 5 downs total, 4 right turtle, 4 of them coming from Emess.
80% of his team's down so far for them, and 3 of them have been miracles with the pistol. I mean, we watched one, we saw the other 2 in the round right after. 3 of them have just been him hitting everything with the revolver, so maybe once that devotion's in his hand, we'll see him win some of these long-range duels. If he decides to go that way, of course, could still end up picking up the AR and playing that style instead. Fragout has gone for the devotion, as you can see here. He's already trading with Emess, and Emess did go the auto weapon, and it does work out for them. It's a 1-for-1 trade here in mid. Right side going to right turtle, left side going to Q Hamster, and now they will pivot to the outside, knowing they have a small player advantage here, knowing they can overwhelm Emess and almost guarantee that kill. That Semtex will not find what it wants, but they will isolate and finish off Prosper. It's just Slop left against everybody in this pivot from Cute Hamster. So smart, perfectly timed, and Slop's in a 1v3. Never mind, he is done. They're going to shoot his body. They're going to dance on it. They're going to feel confident about how that round went.
And look, Emess gets another down to add to his tally. 5 for him now. Prosper the only one with the other down for his team. It's looking very, very rough. I mean, 2 kills for Delena that round, 2 kills for Hylight. They were just in sync. They knew exactly what they needed to do. 24S D40C in their hands. The submachine guns rang true. I thought Hylight was going to get a stick with that Semtex he threw. I thought he stuck one of them. They were kind of all just on top of each other. Yeah, and I thought he was just going to get a nice 3-banger with it, but that didn't work out. Now, 3 members heading towards mid. Looks like they're going to play Aquarium. They get flashbanged out of that. And now Slop finds one onto Gronky, using that AR with Trench as well. Delena did find Prosper, and already the attacking side losing 2 members. Now Chalk falls, gets finished off, but Delena falls and gets finished as well, and Pulsza will get revived. This time, it's a Chalk all alone with the bomb, and that will be Hylight. Big flashbang to push him off. He could have killed him there. Instead, he finds the down onto Emess, but the rest of the defense was there to help him out. That could have been devastating if Hylight got away with that.
I don't know if there's any world where he gets away with that. I like the attempt. I mean, you flash him, you want to chase him, but they're close by. They know you were just in mid. Maybe he has to go all the way back through spawn and plant the bomb on B. I mean, I really can't think of any other possibility for having a chance to win that round. They're going to play together. It's going to be so hard to actually take a fight. I think that flash was almost the best case scenario for them. We can see right turtle's defense here. They got 1 round that will help them stabilize. They could still end up on the better end of this half, depending on how well the rest of this game goes. But they're playing aggressive on BU. They don't realize that everyone's outside. This mid push has been working so well for Cute Hamster.
Now they're just pushing through mid. This time not opting to go through Aquarium, just pushing all the way towards that window of the A site. Now coming inside of it. The bomb has been planted. Trying to make their way back into this retake position. Delena found Emess and finished him off. It makes it a little bit harder, considering they don't have the Dallas. Can't gather that intel. No EMPs to stop any incense or anything else coming out. They've got to make a move. Smoke grenades do come out. Now they're starting to push to the top of the stairs. Grenade does some damage, but doesn't find a knock. But Frag finds Slop up close and personal with the DMR in his hand. Pulsza did find one. Prosper found another. Pulsza finds a third, and it's a, oh my goodness, very close. And they finally are able to get everyone. Chalk goes down once again. Pulsza, he came to play this time.
Huge round from Pulsza. I mean, absolutely monstrous. The hold from Cute Hamster seemed almost unbreakable. They had everyone in the positions that worked for them last time. Thing is, this time, when they push up, when they go to push away all the players that are holding up top. This time, it's not a pistol round, so they have utility and they have better guns. Just the utility being able to force them out from different positions, I think they could not really answer it on Cute Hamsters fast enough. They had this space. You saw the Dahlia forced out of the corner by the Semtex. Even just that's enough. Because last time the Chalk was able to buy a ton of time just running away, hiding behind cover, but they don't have that luxury this time. And I think Cute Hamster used all of their utility way too early there and gave them an answer that they maybe shouldn't have, they didn't need to give away to them. And now trying to play aggressive to make up for that is Cute Hamster, and it's working so far with already 2 picks.
Massive flashbang. Slop probably would have gotten the kill even with the rage coming through from Hylight, but didn't work out since that flashbang made him unable to see the enemies rushing at him. Gronky helped finish him off. Emess falls as well on the A site this time around. Delena finding Emess for the 3rd straight time. Those two getting into a little fight between themselves, and Emess, well, he keeps losing out. Now it's just Prosper left alone. 3-2, Cute Hamsters lead here in round number 6. And it's looking like it will be a Cute Hamster taking a 4-2 lead as the bomb just under halfway completed. Prosper's just going to let this one go, Kresnik.
Not looking too hot for Prosper. I wouldn't bet on Prosper here in this situation in a 1v4 when they know exactly where he's positioned and a zip behind him. I don't know if they're even going to push him, to be honest, but he has a frag and he might be able to take someone down with him. It might be Delena knocked low, swap into the SMG, but Gronky already there on the push, and they're even going to get the res. So honestly, not even the worst round for Cute Hamster there. But this could be a close half if Right Turtle get another solid defense. If they don't get caught off guard by the really aggressive play from Cute Hamster, this could be a 4-3 half, and then they'll be able to get a chance to attack.
Already starting to become a thing is the revives for Cute Hamster. I mean, look at that. 3 for Gronky alone. I mean, that's the same amount as the entire opponent, Right Turtle. And then you've got 2 more being split between 2 other members of Cute Hamster, and that's something that they start to just collect. As you can probably look at the scoreboard towards the end of the game, especially if they end up winning. That's going to be a major part of why they're able to win. Other teams don't take it to their advantage as much as possible, and Gronky just mowing down Prosper as he was looking in a different direction. I think he was looking at whoever was trying to cross from statue. 1 down, another down, and, well, we're going to halftime. 5-2, but like we said, tack-sided map, we could see a totally different Right Turtle now that it's their turn to be the ones with the bomb in their hands.
It's possible, but I feel like Cute Hamsters, I've seen them do well on defense on this map, and Right Turtle could not adapt to this one strategy constantly being run by Cute Hamster. They were going in mid, and they were pivoting to a site as one solid unit. They were all coming in together to collapse on who they thought might be alone. And you kind of end up with a 50-50 situation. Maybe you do 2-2 on each side. Maybe you have people contesting mid. Doesn't matter how you do it. I think you need people with utility to actually be slowing them down with damaging utility. They had the Dahlia there, but she was already engaged in a gunfight. She was too worried about that. Didn't listen to the call from the pivot from mid. So Prosper just gets flooded on. Everyone runs him down. He has absolutely no chance. They try to push out aggressively on the other side to make up for it, but it's too late. And Right Turtle need to be smelling blood. They need to be able to push and move quickly off of calls if they want to have a chance to be successful here on the offense.
Not opting to go with the trench for the trophies, but instead the anvil will be Cute Hamsters on their defensive stand for this Skyfell map number 1. You can see it, Frag trying to make a move towards that A site. He's rotating all alone by himself. Now he's heading through Aquarium. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Dallas with the rest of his team moving towards his B site. Kind of just waiting things out, maybe forcing a fake. They broke some windows on short zip on that B site. Now they're breaking windows on a short zip on the A site. I don't know if they're going to commit to this. Bunch of vandals running around, breaking windows right now. finally, I think they were just trying to pull Frag's ability out, bait out the Dallas reveal, and then move off of that. But 3 members not falling for any trickery or any window breaking cues.
Well, I don't know if they heard that. They were just basically just banging a drum, Blue. They were just banging a drum and screaming, saying, come over here and fight us. But I don't know if they realize how many people are really waiting for them over here. Highlights on the close corner with the anvil. Insen here will force him back, but he's comfortable. He's feeling fine behind his shield. That Insen, though, now sandwiched between a rock and a hot place in that corner. There's still 2 people sitting there, though. Is the crossfire going to be enough to help them out? Maybe it will be. They do get the kills from the low ground. I think that might be the bomb down as well. They try to throw it in. The bomb is doing something in that wall right now. I don't know if they're going to get a chance to plant it, but Right Turtle are finally swinging things back in their favor. 2 versus 1, and then everyone ends up falling at the same time. That one corner, the Insen, they just didn't have it close enough to the shield.
Hold
on the back wall. They had one moment of space, of a safe space to be, and they just held on to it the whole time.
Did anybody just realize that Gronky just pretty much killed the entire team there by sitting on that shield? Like,
yes,
he shot Lancer in the head. He broke the window and shot Chalk in the back. Whoever jumped in his face got shot by him. He helped shoot the person that initially made that push, being Emess on the Dallas. Like, you would think Hylight would go crazy behind that shield there, but it instead was the Dahlia. Gronky going, getting his hands dirty. Look at this. He already recognizes the fast push, but someone in mid also recognizes he's there trying to hold that angle. Hylight did take out Emess very early on. That's the Lancer.
And the bomb's down. They gave up this crossfire. Delena wanted to just do this cool flank, and it gives up the crossfire. It works out, though, because Slop is rotating so late from mid. But I feel like the way that Cute Hamster were attacking these sites was just stronger. You start in the mid, you push back anyone who's there, because they're not going to want to peek 4 people at once, and then you just pivot to whatever side you want. You can go either way from that point by all committing to the same part on inside, having one person in mid watching your rotation. I feel like it's not a super powerful position for Slop, though the one player sitting behind, and the people who are stuck inside, who are on the site, can just run away because they see you coming from a mile away, and the safe angle is extra safe if you're all coming down on the same side behind that one statue. And they're doing it again.
Yeah, it's not looking good for them. I don't know if they're going to try and Lancer rush this. This time, though, they smoked D2. Maybe that will be the difference, as they
Delena's
can primarily focus on everyone that's in Lambo and on site. Gronky in the same position, but he couldn't see anything. But look at Fragout! Padded steps, Stalker, that's available on a character like Dallas, and he shows why. Emess gets Insen and finished off. And, well, the last member gets finished off as well. Game number 1 goes in favor of Cute Hamster. They win 8-2 on the demolition on Skyfell. Beautiful attack. They finished that first half 5-2. Then they didn't give up a single round on defense. Again, winning the rounds on the non-favorable side has been something that Cute Hamsters has been done so effectively, as they take game number 1 8-2. We'll have some replays on the screen very shortly, but in the meantime, Kresnik, we saw this yesterday. Right Turtle losing their demo against Cute Hamsters, and then they just kind of went crazy in those respawns.
And that was a much closer demo yesterday, though. I think that I get why you're bringing that up, but wasn't that an 8-7 demo on Hollows? Am I crazy for thinking that it was a very close round between them? But coming into this after that, I could be wrong about.
I think it was 8-6.
Coming into this 8-6, still very close, I would say, between them. But an 8-2 pummeling, basically, from what we saw from Cute Hamster, where they just seem to have everything figured out. These rounds, like this one on the screen right now, that could have been so close, just won by Gronky in a corner behind a shield. That's got to be tough to recover from. And we're heading into a new map that Cute Hamster have looked very strong on. Me and Fawn got a chance to cover them. Week number 2, the final map of the tournament was them on Breach against Hefty Cormorant. And they looked like they knew how this map was meant to be played. Some of their rotations were a little sloppy, but that was week 2, and they was most of the time they were ahead of the game.
Yeah. Going to game number 2, though. A map I love to watch so far. King of the Hill on Breach. I also like the fact that there's another map that has like its own quirk, right? So with Hollows, you can open that door that takes about 40 years. Factory has like a sandstorm. And now Breach has the area where you can like destroy those wooden walls.
Would you say you can breach them?
New sight lines. All right, so game number 2 coming up very shortly here. As Kresnik makes about his 900th pun. Fixer and Vi will be banned. Fixer, I can understand on this map. It does have some big sight lines. Vi as well, of course, just super strong on maps like this. But that means a big old map with big old rotations and nice flanking positions means Lancer's available. And we know what Cute Hamster left open for Emess yesterday.
We might see Lancer here. I definitely expect to see Chalk. I believe we saw a Chalk mirror match. I mean, of course, to the surprise of no one, we expect to see Chalk on this map. I want to say we saw Seeker here as well last time. So we could see him possibly to kind of keep an eye on those flanks here on Breach. I think this map is really nice looking. Love to see this little flyover. And I think it's action-packed on King of the Hill. There's constant fighting, I think, happening around the hill, and the design of the map really plays for it here. Cute Hamster definitely listen to the work hard, play harder, because they are doing put a lot of work in, and it's working out for them here. And Lancer, both sides so far hovered Seeker and the Chalk mirror. So everything I mentioned currently being picked up, but the Anvil versus the Kestrel will be the one disagreement between the two teams.
Slopodopolous keeping the Anvil percentage up now that he was not selected for one game. How
much did you pay him for that?
So it's not 100%. How much did I pay him?
Yeah, to keep your stats alive.
I'm the only one that can say his name correctly like the first time you see it.
I did get it. I guess I got a little bit of a heads up on his name. It is mostly a mirror matchup besides that Anvil swap between the two of them. That's the big difference.
My favorite will always be when you and I were both on the desk at HRX, and I said Slopodopolous like with the straightest face, and Golden Boy just Slopodopodis.
Yeah, he did like saying his name, but who doesn't? It's one of the most fun names to cast. That's why I'm happy that he's back here in the Real Company scene, and I can say Slopodopolous as much as I want as long as he pops off. So I'm hoping for some Right Turtle success here, because I do love saying his name in this game. The Anvil, a great rogue to play on King of the Hill, so he's got the stage set for him. He's just got to make good on it, and this first hill, though, might not be the best place for it. It's wide out in the open, but an early flash will make him a lot of space.
Trapping himself in a corner, but that's what you got to do. Look at the drones coming in behind him. A little too far away. Doesn't even do any damage to himself. And this first objective getting super neutralized for most of the time. I mean, you've got 30 seconds remaining, so about halfway through. Remember that first hill, the timer starts when you're jumping out the plane, so only about 60 seconds on that. And about 20 or 30 of them were just neutralized. So the score going to be pretty low on this second hill that will be coming in. The rotation already started. Fragout takes out Prosper finally behind that shield. And now look at Gronky setting up for the rotation, already getting shot. 22 health. Finally goes down to himself. I think he shot
the C4. Yep.
Yeah.
He did took it right away from the Slob. And now Prosper's going to have to peel
when in doubt, take him out with you, huh?
Well, that's better than going down alone. That is for sure. I don't want to give Slob the luxury of getting that kill for him. But they have the hill now in favor of Cute Hamster. So they hold some space now. Flanking Prosper. He held here just a little bit too long. It is still counting up. And Right Turtle have to find how they want to get in here with some decent forward position. Right now, Slop forced back by a Semtex, but they do have 2 picks to work off of. Emess flanking Gronky downs him. Now it's just Hylight popping the rage, but can't get into this site, and Right Turtle should get their first flip so far in Breach.
We saw this before. I mean, we saw a big old lead against Right Turtle in a round. Do you actually? I thought about this. We haven't even seen
Mhm.
this map this much on broadcasts, like throughout all of the qualifiers. So, I mean, just the luck of the draw, we haven't seen it. I don't know if teams have been practicing it as well. We don't even know which teams have really good rotations on this map as of right now. Turn around, Emess. What?
He was
He's, like,
pincered. I
hesitating.
mean, tough for him. Tough for him. He was hardcore pincered. We have seen Cute Hamster play this map. Me and Fawn, again, the qualifier you were not there for. Me and Fawn were able to watch them play here, and they seemed like they had a pretty solid idea. So I'm going to assume some teams are scrimming on it. Just depends on how much they're scrimming their respawn modes as opposed to trying it out in demo. Potentially here. See, still being held. Delena gets the better of Prosper, and Cute Hamsters with a strong hold here. It's finally been neutralized. You can see Slop coming in for it. And again, Gronky shoots the pancake out of the sky. Taking Slop down with him. They're not going to go for the res. They're just happy to get the trade.
I was just about to say, Kresnik, it happened again. Gronky shoots it's because he's just running full force at this shield. And he fires away. C4 comes flying at his face. I mean, he's getting the trade with it, so I guess he'll take it every time. Well, another trade coming through for each side here. 39 for Right Turtle. 80 on the scoreboard for Cute Hamster. No one going for the garbage time. Now they're starting to pick it up. Fourth hill coming into play. 108 on that one. As that ticks away, Emess finds a kill himself. Another Elim comes out as well for Slopodopolous. Now they're trying to hold this as effectively as possible. We've seen them come back from 99 in a cough today. Can they do it from a little bit of an easier score?
Looking like it's possible with that double down from Slop. Prosper gets the third as well. Prosper finding the first. Everybody on Cute Hamster down. They finish the kills too, so the timer will get a little bit closer. I'd consider it dead even by the time Cute Hamsters will be able to equalize, and now it is with Right Turtle taking the lead. 25 seconds left. This will likely be the last fight of this round, but the advantage early to Cute Hamsters. That's Gronky and Delena both finding a pick of their own. Can they clutch up here? But it's evened out immediately, and they still have control of this site. It is, again, traded right away. Fragout finds Slopodopolous. It's all on Prosper, the last member on this site. Emess pops the quick and quiet to make it back faster. 20 seconds left. They've taken down every member of Cute Hamster that wants to contest this, and this Semtext should hit exactly where it needs to. 40 health left on Delena. They're ready to flood in. The bounce nade might get it down here. They're forced to roll in, but they have the gunplay, I think, to win this one for them. First round of King of the Hill will go the way of Right Turtle.
Man, Right Turtle. We shouldn't call him King of the Hill beasts. We should call him Hill 3 and 4 beasts.
The King of the Hills.
Once
the
again,
of the Hill.
The Kings of Hills 3 and 4 only. Hills 1 and 2, not so much. But once again, they come from behind after trailing for the first two hills. And they just do exactly what they need to do. They say, okay, it's tied, 80-80, 25 seconds. We can hold this for 15 seconds. If we lose it afterwards, they can't win. They have to force sudden death. And then we just go in there and wipe them one time. We win it. They didn't need that, however. They were able to just win it straight up, holding it for the last 25 seconds, maybe even a little bit more, because that's, you know, the neutralized. The overtime was starting to tick away there for a moment. Fragout finds one with a C4. Gronky finishes it off, and now the trade's starting to come in, but it's a little bit more towards the side of Cute Hamster. Once again, taking over this first hill. Didn't really work out towards the end, but now Slop's coming around the corner, helping finish up some kills. And an early rotation for Emess. I don't know if he's flanking or going for hill number 2, but we'll see, as it will be a hill 2 rotation from him. Just getting there early, see if he can get some knocks, some downs, allow his team breathing room for when they need to rotate fully after that first objective. They will pick up some garbage time. 28-10 now. Cute Hamsters, or excuse me, Right Turtle out in front.
Honestly, Blue, I think this is better than some of them picking that up was great because they were contesting out of the hill space. I think they were trying to stop them from taking it, and they might have sacrificed a bit too much, but they do end up coming back in to retake this hill area that they had. It was a lot of damage coming in here, but Cute Hamsters do now have this reset hill number 2. They were dominant on the first go around. It seems like they're going to continue that, but a great timed peek by Pulsza. Finds it down. That's one from Slop as well. The C4 knocks Fragout low, doesn't finish him off. Fragout trying to peek Pulsza at the same time, but now he's flashed. Can they even go in to clean it up? It looks like they will be able to. And that should be basically everybody. Emess almost is able to turn on a Hylight. Just not enough HP to actually make that happen. Right, Turtle's starting to slowly tick up this time. 30 seconds remaining. Will Cute Hamster sacrifice this to get a good hold on hill number 3?
Well, they've got a 12-point lead here. In the jungle is Slop, and he gets taken out by Frag and Gronky working together. Still gathering, hopefully some more points here. Delena finally able to finish off the person that was neutralizing that, and he is going to gain a couple extra points towards the back end of that Hills timer for his team to kind of work with, get a little bit of a better idea. But again, Hill 3 and 4, that's where Right Turtle really shines. Although they did much better on Hills 1 and 2 this round than they did the previous round. They are up 1-0, and they are up by 14 and counting now on that scorecard. Slop finds another down. Prosper found Gronky as well. D40C working out very well for him. And now it's a D40 versus a D40. And look at that. They down each other, Kresnik. I guess that gun, when it's going up against itself, it's pretty even, right?
I mean, I guess they're pretty balanced if they're going to down each other. Therefore, that you definitely can see no advantage between the two of them. Equal headshots connected there. And they're already moving in for this 4th hill, but it's because they're contesting. Looks like they have both hills being held, so it makes sense. There's not a lot of time left, only 14 seconds, so get on hill number 4 and make Right Turtle have to overcome quite a bit again, but this timing of this rotation in might be too much for them to handle. I'm not sure how many people they have close by. There's only 3 seconds or so left. Now they're making a long rotation. Fragout completely caught off guard. Pulsza has been a hero so far this match. Him and Slop, I think, syncing up to make a huge difference so far in this game. Slop accepting the respawn as Cute Hamsters now edge out into the lead in this final hill. It seems to be the one where the most difference is made. Emess had no place of winning that round, but connects every headshot and wins it.
We just watched 2 Chalks down each other. Now we just watched 2 Lancers down each other. They, however, were using separate guns. And now going in for hill number 4. Cute Hamster do have the lead, and they have control of the hill. Pulsza trying to change that, however, with the burst pistol in his hand, gets Hylight very low, but he can't finish him off. 30 seconds remaining, and in full control, 105 to 75. Down by 30 points. They have to get in there. They have to take control of the hill. They're going to have to win it in overtime, or excuse me, sudden death. 115 and counting. If they can finish holding this for the next 15 seconds, they'll push this to an overtime round 3. But just as I say that, Pulsza and Prosper walk in. They get a couple downs. Now they start to tick away. Only 5 seconds left on the clock. They should have 85 points by the time that drains, which means they'll just have to hold this for about 40 seconds in order to win it.
It's going to be so hard, though, because they can't die. They can't leave the point at all. They will have no respite from the onslaught of utility that's coming in, so it's going to be a lot on the anchors that are holding close. Slopodopolous got some great info, but he's not looking anywhere else. Doesn't see if anyone is a little bit further back. Peeks with Gronky, though. Perfect timing from Prosper, and they might actually be able to do it. Blue, they're getting closer. Fragouts pushing from the backside, but it's only 3 seconds left of ticks. They have all the guns here. Everyone else is too far away, and they're going to get the lead and just steal it away. Fragout got delayed too long by the shield, and you deserve that one. A huge overtime comeback. And Blue, you keep willing things into existence. You manifested that comeback. They just don't lose 0.4 on King of the Hill, apparently.
I told you, man. I don't know what it is, but Right Turtle has just figured out hill number 4. Gronky was actually just crouching behind the wall there, and he looked like he could have made a nice push and started the next team fight. But the problem is Prosper kind of came from the side and made Gronky have to choose his fight, and then got caught in a crossfire. Great play from Right Turtle. They take game number 2, 2-0. Let's go ahead and take a look at those replays while Kresnik tells me how Cute Hamsters has to rebound in the strikeout, because now the series is tied at 1 apiece.
Rebounding in the strikeout, they looked not the worst against banana smoothies in their strikeout. I think they kind of understood how they needed to play it, but I think they just continue how they looked in the previous strikeout as well, just how they kind of dismantled Hefty Cormorant by playing for their tickets. That's something that I think teams are kind of going away from. I noticed a lot of teams just letting themselves bleed out on strikeout. That's because they've probably been scrimming King of the Hill, where that's what you do, because your lives don't really matter. But you need to protect all of your tickets in strikeout. You need to be going for those reses, to be kind of playing the cute hamster MO, because that is your resource. It is your life. It is your respawns. If they continue to play the way that they did against Hefty Cormorant, if they are playing off of that advantage almost exclusively, I think they have a great shot here on Factory. But Right Turtle, they lost that strikeout against Hefty Cormorant too, so this could just be a heavy swing back in favor of Cute Hamster.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Hefty Cormorant and Cute Hamster in that last matchup. That strikeout, you were saying, wow, that was a really fast strikeout round. It went very fast. Maybe they just forgot they were playing strikeout for a moment. Factory is game number 3. It is strikeout for the game mode. Fixer and Vi being your bans once again. Cute Hamster do not want Slop to get that Fixer in his hand with the dead eye.
No.
And of course, Vi being taken out, that's a huge thing being taken out, not just for Respawn, but for Cute Hamster. I mean, they love playing Vi, no matter who it is. Delena, Fragout, they play it very well as Gronky too. But Kestra will be available for him. He can go ahead and take that one. Chocks will come out for both sides. Slop still selecting the anvil. Lock it in, baby. Lock it in.
You won the last one. I say go for it. I mean, especially if you ban the Vi. I mean, yeah, you'll have to deal with the Scorch throwing the Incend right in your front, but he looked good on it, on that King of the Hill. I say bring it back, drop that shield, play your life, which you're gonna have to there. Anyways, here, Scorch and Kestrel mirrored on both sides. The Chalk mirrored on both sides. Only the Dahlia is the difference, and that could actually be an advantage to Cute Hamster, because that will allow them, you know, if you can, some versatility in the links, right? Link to the Chalk, you can get the roll, you can get the self-res, save tickets that way. Link to the Scorch, you both get fire immunity, and of course, someone who's immune to fire who you can res from a distance. Either way, the ticket management is a little bit better from Cute Hamsters because of that Dahlia.
I mean, this is looking at, we're almost on script for a repeat of this matchup from yesterday, but I don't want to will it into existence anymore, Kresnik. Let's just watch it will itself into existence here. So we are on game number 3 of our grand finals. It's all tied up at 1 apiece. The demolition went in favor of Cute Hamster. Right Turtle took the King of the Hill. Now here we are on strikeout for Factory. Already shots coming out. Fragout found Slop very early with the Fragout, and Pulsza swapping guns and getting knocks. Hylight goes down.
Early pick there, and of course they did not protect their ticket. They just gave it away again. The early respawn, I think it might change later, but for right now, Pulsza doing so much. Second map in a row, I think, where he's had some success, and there's a down to Gronky and Delena. He's also flanking Hylight. They don't see him there, but I think Hylight ends up winning. That totally pincered dual. Chalk can get away with so much here. And try to help his teammate as well with a close angle, and this early hold already in favor of Cute Hamster. And again, their fight wins are clean. Already a 3-ticket advantage for them. Whereas Right Turtles might be a little bit messier when they get closer. Pulling close to this fire, you can see them starting to push here. Looks like they have a C4 lined up for them. They do get a down and a finish, and Hylight also finding Prosper as well. So both downs, thanks to the SMG he has in hand. Hylight trying to contest, but Slop walks right into the objective. Might flip it if he can't down that player, but they might just bleed another ticket. Because of that, Cute Hamster still maintain control, but Pulsza gets another down. Still a 3-ticket, now a 2-ticket difference between the teams.
Also finds another one. I mean, he's been going pretty crazy here in these respawns for this team, whether he's playing Vi or maybe just Chalk. You could be a little bit more comfortable with the Chalk. We know he's struggled on it before in Demolition. You know, you like to call him out for losing the bomb all the time, Kresnik, but he's gotten a lot better on the Chalk.
His respawns are actually pretty sick. When there's no bomb, Blue. When there's no bomb, he plays amazing.
Yeah, there's no bomb to lose because he can just run around. It doesn't matter.
And it's working
6-3. I mean, Right Turtle are leading this first round here. Another respawn goes the way as that needs to be used by Cute Hamster. Emess finds another one, but he shortly fell afterwards. 5-1 now as the rage gets popped from Hylight. Tries to jump over the wall to get away. Can he? Yes, he will. They won't chase him all the way. Nice bounce nade.
Pulsza is a sicko. He is
There's no
absolutely
way he
insane
reacts
right now.
so fast that he knew that he had the syringe and picks it up. Look at this. Oh my goodness. He had to reload. Did he? What happened there?
I didn't realize that the Dahlia res went off, I think. He didn't realize that the Dahlia res went off before that round went. So he was just surprised that they were still up. But now Right Turtle have a massive number advantage to play off of. They get one down there. Even if they just, all they have to do is finish Fragout. And they don't even need to. They'll push for Gronky instead. That's a round for Right Turtle and a huge turnaround from what I was expecting them to have. And Pulsza with 10 downs in one round. That is more than half of the tickets that they had for their team down for him. So a crazy performance so far by him.
No, that's 3.
Well, I guess
Add
it's
up
20,
Emess,
right? So
Prosper,
it is about
bounce.
half.
That is half, yeah.
I'm talking about the tickets.
16, yes.
Yes. That's what I meant. Thank you, Blue. It is also about even, but it's more than half of the tickets, even with the rest of the team still doing 50% of the work, if not more. That's one thing we can't deny is Pulsza so far on this chalk. And after a great performance on Breach, too, I think he's just feeling himself here.
Gronky already finding an early one on the slop. I mean, he got taken out with a grenade very early in that first round as well. This time the objective on the side with the white vans. And no, I'm not talking shoes out there, kids. I'm talking little worker minivans on the map. If you play Road Company, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, it's time for you to start playing a really good game, especially during Hot Rogue Summer. Incen comes out. How is this Incen not getting him? But he does find one with the C4 he picked up. Fragout, mowing people down with an ML. Nothing he's using right now is his. Finally, pulls out the objection. Helps his teammate finish off one. But Emess did find Hylight. He fell to Gronky's bounce nade shortly after. This time, it's looking a lot different. 11-8. The lead being held and the objective by Cute Hamster in round number 2.
But it's not as one-sided as the previous rounds that we saw. So instead of constant, like, very clean fight wins, Right Turtle's making them fight for it. They are taking tickets away. There's one right there. Emess and Pulsza syncing up to make that one happen. The Slop gets down. Halo drones coming. Can't get much out of it. Pulsza on the flank will finish that one off as well. Huge angle by Delena, but he has to disengage. And now, again, they're making him work for it. Pop the rage to push, win the gunfight against Delena, and flip the objective onto your side. Emess's flank won't really pay off the way that they wanted it to. They got one out of it. We'll actually get some forward positioning, too. The Semtex might be a big deal. It got a stick onto Fragout and another down, too. Pulsza, this chalk just cannot be stopped, and he is looking for more as well. Can they even protect him? They will be able to, and now maybe his team actually a little bit baited in trying to chase up and help with that, but they still have a solid position that they can play off of.
Yeah, they took control of that objective, and now look how they're set up. I like this shield placement as well. He can really stretch his angle to see around that little corner there to his left, right on that little half wall. He's just seen Gronky. Doesn't have any throwables in his hand. C4 lands right at his ankles. And then you have Hylight coming through mid. And oh my goodness, Delena was also flanking. Pulsza with the Semtex was the only member of Right Turtle to get any knocks. I think that got revived as well. No respawns available for the side of Right Turtle. 5 for Cute Hamster. Headstrong kind of helped him out there. 57 health still to his name. He's going to just repair the armor while he rejuvenates his health. Pulsza did find another one on the Gronky. We said Pulsa's gotten a lot better. Well, I don't know how much better he's gotten, because he's going to have to carry the team if this trend continues this round. One member goes down, but he gets revived. Can they grab the anvil? They had 0 remaining to 5. They just took 3 off of the board. Make that 4. Could it be all 5?
Close.
No, Delena finishes it off. He says, hold on, timeout. Enough is enough. Finish this round. We're all tied at 1 here in game number 3.
Switching sides.
that actually was as close as it could be, but I feel like the respawns are going to make that too difficult. You can't really tell where they're going to be approaching from on the respawn. You have to hold a point that's very much in the open, and then we're going to be forced to actually commit to it in about 12 seconds because of that timer that they had. And I have to make note of it. I'm sure this is why the scoreboard is still up. 19 downs from Pulsza in 2 rounds. Still a phenomenal performance by him, really showing the value of this chalk. And there's the 3rd different link from the Dahlia in a row. It was a Kestrel link round 1 to get some cash, a Scorch link round 2, and now they value whatever the chalk will bring to the table linked with the Dahlia here. Obviously, the grit on the down roll and everything. On this point, just a little bit more. Here's a push from Delena, perfectly timed right through the fire, but it's traded out immediately onto Gronky. They're still fairly low that they try to go in, but getting to taste their own medicine here with this crossfire angles that they're playing. But Emess tries to get another flank on them, but it just doesn't pay off. Still a 2-ticket difference between the teams.
Look at Shock. Hylight there, getting very aggressive. Can't see his name, but I'm guessing that's him since he's been playing it the first 2 rounds. Slop now. Trying to make a move. Seeing if he can get back into position to set up a nice shield. Only 9 tickets available. 14, meaning only 2 kills for the side of Right Turtle this round. It is tied at 1 apiece, both in the set and in the game. The revive will come through. The Dahlia being linked to the Shock allows him to use his rage to boost his health going into an aggressive stance instead of having to use it to revive himself. Obviously, that's still an option considering you get your abilities back in the respawn game modes. And now look at this. Speaking of getting back, Slop finally got back to where he wanted to be. Helps finish off Gronky as well. Delena finds another one. The Scorch starting to work a little bit better here in the later rounds once she gets more things in her kit online.
The Scorch can be so effective. You can already see the constant burning forcing them out, maybe missing the fact that they don't have a Dahlia on Right Turtle to actually have 2 players that are immune to the fire from them as Gronky is going on a tear right now, pushing up. I think Delena has been the player to watch this round, and you can't miss him because his name is all over the kill feed for Cute Hamsters. They are putting themselves 1 round away from closing out this strikeout on Factory. Great performance by them. No one really underperforming, whereas things on Right Turtle are a little more unbalanced. I mean, we've been talking about Pulsza, of course, who has been playing phenomenally this round so far, but no one else is really particularly standing out, whereas things are evenly split in assists and downs all over Cute Hamster.
Prosper on the Scorch, 7 down, 16 assists through 3 rounds. I'm thinking we should cut Gotti some slack from that Scorch gameplay he had in one of those respawn modes as well earlier today versus Cute Hamster. I'm gonna cut some Gotti some slack now. Maybe Scorch is just not that Slayer that she used to be, taking a little bit of a hit on some of her abilities and stats. Nice nade comes through, that will push him back. I don't know if they're gonna force themselves back into him. Drones come out. Will those even hit?
Pulsza!
No, sir. Pulsza with the triple kill. Oh, my goodness. Yes. That's how you do it. Picks up the Kukri. Has a flashbang and rage still available. You notice he only has 30 bullets in his gun, and we're in round 3. He has not upgraded his gun 1 time.
If he doesn't need it, why do it? If he's going to frag out without it.
He's just getting everything else in his kit.
Exactly. Just prioritize other stuff, and then maybe he'll awaken in round number 5. If we do go that far, a 6-ticket advantage so far for the members of Right Turtle. Very strong hold here on this objective, but now Cute Hamster are going to be reapproaching with full utility. Everything off of that respawn for them. I already hear a smoker going off. Seems like it'll be right behind this shield. It will be focused on isolating that Dahlia. So low already, though. Slop is so lethal with his damage. Here's the counter utility. There's the Semtex and the Riptide angle. 2 for 1 so far. I'm not sure if they'll be back up standing. They do get the res, but another ticket will lead away. Hylight caught out by Slopodopolous. This anvil has been so impactful for them. Delena can't get the next shot off, so we'll be down in that corner. They're trying desperately to hold on. Pulsza with another push will not survive this, and Gronky loses that one. Kukri from Emess onto Hylight. It's on him, Emess now turning it on to hold on to this objective. Delena trying to make a difference. The last member up off sync with the rest of his team, and he just throws the ticket away.
You know something we always forget to mention? We were talking about how Slop is playing Anvil, only one with it available. The flashbangs from Chalk. We know that there's going to be Chalks out there. Flashbangs, you can even hit your own teammates by accident with them. So Anvil, just with his passive, being immune to those, really creates the opportunity for him to just stand strong, not allow these aggressive pushes once those flashbangs come through and maybe hit the rest of your team. No respawns available now for Cute Hamster. 9 tickets still on the board for Right Turtle. What a change of pace we have seen from the previous round to this one. And they're just patiently waiting for this push to come through. I don't know if it's going to work out because Gronky goes down. 20-20, 20-20, 20. That's all I see with Emess hitting the headshots. Oh, thank goodness Delena has some armor. Now the drones will come out from Gronky. He got picked up. Kuri couldn't find anything from that. Frag did find Prosper, however, and now this push will be coming through. 1 member, 2 falling. Scorch and Dahlia no longer in the fight, and that's the flashbang. Hylight finds a double kill. I don't know if that will be enough. They did get a full team wipe. So 4 respawns were taken off the board, and now Gronky hitting the headshots himself. Frag and Hylight both find a kill apiece once again. And now it was 9-0. Now it's 2-0, and still Cute Hamsters have a full 4 squad.
Even with 2 down, they get 2 reses. Just not enough bloodlust in the eyes of Right Turtle. They only have 1 ticket left, and this is the last fight of this map for them unless they can win it. It can be so much pressure on. They will down Gronky. Now they can take a 4 versus 3. They still have to move quickly. I don't think they have any utility really to use, and they're feeling pressured. Slop moving before he can fully regen. 2-2 split from the members of Right Turtle. You can already see Slop taking some ground, but he walks right into Delena's crossfire. Fragout now down as well. He's the Dahlia, so he won't be able to get a res. They're out for it. It's still a difficult situation for them. 1 more down. Delena is out of it. It's only Hylight left with the rage ready to pop. But what is going to be a 1 versus 4, but he is getting shoved from every single angle. Will not be able to get the self-res off, and we are in a final round on Strikeout to see who takes the advantage in this very close grand finals.
Pulsza only getting 7 downs that round. He started off with 21.
Look at the revive dip.
Yeah, I know. Fragout with 13 revives. Like, come on, man.
17-3. That's what I said.
Not even that. 13 for him.
That's almost a full game.
Put Gronky and Highlights on the other team. Just add all those together. He has more than the entire lobby.
But you got to think, just that Dahlia almost has as many reses as a full round worth of tickets. And Right Turtle are still keeping this close. That's actually insane. That's the power of the res. That's why Cute Hamsters are able to play around it. They're able to play around this flashbang too, thanks to the anvil. There's a flash and an aggressive push. That's 2 down, 2 finished off here. It's dead even though so far as they decide to bleed out. Rage pop by Pulsza. He is looking for this Kestrel who missed the Halo drones. Gronky's so low, but he's not going to push it. Pops the stim shot, actually. Perfect timing by Gronky to take advantage of that. And they were able to hold on to the objective the entire time.
This is the objective that Cute Hamsters have been able to win as well, so they just play this side of the map a lot better, it seems. As we are here in overtime. It's 2-2 on the Strikeout. Whoever wins this round will take game number 3. Both teams with 1 map to their names through 2 games. Now the respawn's starting to come through. Immunity is starting to wear off. Gronky falling low, has to back up. He gets EMP'd as well, so he can't even use his syringe, but that'll actually work out in his favor. No one got aggressive. No one pushed him. Oh, I want to go back. We've got Emess on a flank with the Kestrel. I don't know if he's going to be able to come over the jump wall, but Scorch knows he's there, and Scorch scorches him. Get out of here. Taken down super quickly.
Doesn't even need the overheat for that one, honestly. And Cute Hamsters, now that we switch back to this point, they are just looking so comfortable. Just so strong on this objective, and that Halo drone down will likely be what they have to play off of. But guess what? Lifeline and Shock, they're linked together. That Shock's already standing. They're not ready for it. Hylight point blank range, mowing him down with the SMG. He's gonna want more. We'll find them all. Everybody on Right Turtle sent back to the gray screen. Shock actually already out of the game, and this is a big ol' unwinnable, it looks like, for Right Turtle. what a 180. All these rounds going so back and forth. Cute
I don't
Hamsters
know.
have just mastered
It
this
was
side of the map.
9-0 in the last round. It was 9-0 in that last round. Now it's starting to look unwinnable here.
1 on 15.
Scorches
I
left
wouldn't bet
all
against those odds,
alone.
and they clearly shouldn't have.
Man, you push it to a overtime, and then you end up losing that. That's a rough time for you. But Cute Hamster win game number 3 against Right Turtle, 3-2 in that strikeout. Kresnik, man, they're going in. As we take a look at these replays, let me get your thoughts on this game, how it ended. It did not look good in that last round.
No, and honestly, I really don't know what Cute Hamsters were doing on that round in particular. It just looked like they were winning gunfights on that side of the map. Like they were just comfy there, and they were telegraphing Emess's flanks a little bit better. You saw them looking out for it. You saw Delena just waiting, watching on the back, saying, they don't need me up front. They're winning their gunfights. They don't need my crossfire. They have 2 there already. Just seeming so comfortable when they were set over there, whereas Right Turtle knew how to attack the other side of the map when they had disadvantage. They were just lacking that, I think, for the side that Cute Hamster were looking the most comfortable on. Pulsza, you can see here in the replays, he did everything in his power to keep this game as close as possible. And if Right Turtle had won every fight on that side of the map, it might have been doable, but you can see their Hylight clutching up for his team when they got to the side that Right Turtle were the most comfortable with. That kind of took things completely out of their control.
Out of their control. Right now, what they can control is their performance going into game number 4, because that's where we are headed. 2-1, Cute Hamsters lead. This is different than what happened yesterday. We saw Right Turtle win 3 straight, being all the respawns. Now they're going to have to win a demolition if they want to win this matchup. We're going to Glacier, King of the Hill. This,
yes, sir.
And look exactly what I was going to say. 61 downs on the Lancer, on Glacier in King of the Hill yesterday for these 2 teams. And it was Emess. Cute Hamster says, no, we're not letting you do that again. Not on us. Lancer being banned out. And of course, sticking with their ban is Right Turtle getting rid of the Vi.
I get it 100% on this map, of course. Just don't let them get that comfortable pressure, that Vi that you know they're going to be good with, getting the incens, having the stacking, file poison as well, just all resources that you want out of their hands if you think you can just outdo them with your own. So I think the Vi ban makes a lot of sense. Lancer ban targeted a little bit towards them can help them in their favor too. But Glacier, this map is kind of all over the place, and the final hill is pure chaos. Blue being down there,
I love it. Under
the bottom of the. It is pretty cool to watch. It is kind of difficult to cast when they're all swarming everything down there. But I've seen Anvil, I think, be a massive pick here on this map, dropping the shield on the stairs, having just a little crack that you can shoot through. I think huge advantage to the first team that gets down there with Anvil's cooldowns off and ready to go.
Well, Anvil was banned on this map yesterday for these 2 teams. I think that's the mistake that Cute Hamsters made. They've learned from that, and they've banned out Lancer. So we're going to Glacier with no Lancer. What will Emess pop off on? If he does pop off on this map, who knows? Fixer's available, though, and we know who loves to play Fixer Cute Hamsters. That's Slopodopolous, and he is fantastic with that Deadeye in his hands. So if he goes with the Fixer here, he could make some big plays. They had the Fixer on Glacier yesterday. I mean, no matter what map it is, he's going to pick it. We've seen him play it on Icarus today as well. If you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, this is grand finals of our $10,000 June CMG event. It's the Road Company Showdown. If you don't know what that is, go to checkmategaming.com, sign up for some Road Company tournaments yourself, win some cash, get your name out there. Then maybe, who knows, we might do another big tournament, and you can enter into that one as well. 3 weeks of qualifiers have led to this 2-day main event this weekend. We started yesterday. We're ending today. Although, if Cute Hamsters win this game, they win 3-1. They're not your champions. The bracket resets. We go to another best of 5. But we'll see. Who knows? Right
Mhm.
Turtle could force a game 5 if they win this King of the Hill. They did win the first King of the Hill, being game number 2. It's 2-1, however, in favor of Cute Hamsters right now. As we see the chalk coming out on both sides. We see the Scorches. We see the Kestrels. And we see the Fixers. But Gronky will be playing it against Slopodopolous.
Interesting to see him here. I mean, we know he's going to run the Deadeye on this map. I feel like it might not be the best map for him the whole way through, but just having the thermals, especially in that lower area where things are going to be all over the place. You drop a cluster smoke down there. If you have thermal and they don't, you run in. I feel like you have a very big advantage in that engagement, but we'll see how he handles the other hills on this map where things are a little more close range, where the Scorches and the Kestrels and the Chalks will run free and wild. As we roll out for map number 4, Cute Hamsters, 1 map away from resetting the bracket and bringing us to a whole another best of 5. Right Turtle hoping to stay in here, not have to stay up too late in European time, and close this one
Yeah,
out.
I was gonna
Bring us to
say,
game 5.
I love watching Road Company. Okay, and I'm down for a second, but I feel for these EU guys. They want to go to sleep. I mean, I kind of want to eat dinner. I'm not gonna lie, that would be nice. But starting things off is Gronky getting some good damage out. Pulsza, though, along with his teammate Prosper, they're making some noise with their SMGs inside. And I think the rotation is already going to start for hill number 2. Maybe they'll come for this one more time as you see them coming up the zip and the stairs. Prosper will fall. Gronky as well. 22-0, Right Turtle lead. But again, that doesn't mean too much when you have 4 hills and that first one starts a little bit delayed. 10 seconds remaining. Garbage time is going to be picked up. Pulsza forcing himself back in. And this is what he likes to do. Draw people in and say, you know what? Here, you can have 1 point. We're going to start our rotation. Prosper did find it down.
It's a 1-for-1. I like that they kind of pulled them back and kind of played off of that here, but Cute Hamsters, even with that distraction, were still able to get control of the next hill as they're starting to get ready to move. They saw Pulsza there pretty clearly, I'd say, behind that. And with Delena down with a flashbang out, that could be what signals the start of their push. Pulsza popping that rage. Now he's going to go in with the cluster smoke right in front of this Chalk. Does he know the Pulsza's here on the side? He does. Spams the rage 1-on-1. Chalk, the pops rage second, will be the one who wins that, but Prosper does trade him right away, and this could swing back. It's Frag versus Prosper. Looks like there's another gun kind of supporting Frag here, so now it's a 2-on-2. Both teams contesting, but Right Turtle still with advantage here. As long as they keep it contested, they don't mind it too much. They just can't get too overwhelmed. Huge peek from Hylight to burn down Slop, who is coming in to help, and now they have to sacrifice a little bit more. Pulsza and Emess pushing together. The duo was cut and returns to the team afterwards, find Fragout, and actually retake this hill, but the next one's going to be coming up in just a few seconds.
Yeah, the next hill's in Submarine. That's why they're already fighting down there, trying to determine who's going to be the first team to take control of it. Just a few seconds left on this 3rd hill. Garbage time, looking like it's being picked up by Cute Hamster at the time being. They will retake the lead here. Pulsza raging up, going across the zip. They've got about 30 seconds. I did say it was garbage time. I couldn't even see the timer there for a moment. Emess finds another one himself and now creeping down underneath. He won that initial fight. Will Gronky go for the objective? 40 seconds left on this one. They can still gain a good amount of points here. Oh my goodness, and just as I say that, Emess finds a double kill. Pulsza and Slop helping out on the back end of that as well, taking out Frag on the basement steps. I mean, you can see Cute Hamster trying to set up their control for this 4th hill, and each time they get denied. Finally, Pulsza goes down. Emess as well. Hylight and Gronky working together there. And they might just have this 4th hill on lock for themselves, especially with 2 members down there waiting for anybody to come through.
Yeah, they have a lot of different rotation areas kind of locked off. You can see Hylight up top looking to flank anybody who peeks from the stairs. Emess now dropping in, but just absolutely torn to pieces. They did distract for Prosper, who got in and got one person, then lit himself on fire to have an advantage maybe here. Actually, almost kind of distracted Delena for a second, who missed a few shots, but still ending up on the better end of it. 50 seconds left. They have to get into Submarine. There is no other option for them if they want to walk away with this round. But Gronky, he's going to pop the thermals if he needs to get through the smoke. Doesn't even need to really. He'll wait for his own cluster smoke and have a massive advantage once they actually get in. But Prosper again with an opening pick. What can Right Turtle do with it? Nothing.
Well, Gronky takes advantage of that by going up the steps and able to help his teammate get another kill. But Pulsza comes in and gets a double kill. And now Slop has control of the objective. They're starting to grow their lead even more. This is perfect. 15 seconds. They just have to hold this for about maybe 10 of those, which is exactly what happens. They hold it for 10. 5 seconds left for Cute Hamsters to score points. Then it will go into sudden death. They're only up by 7, 6. They cannot allow them to gain any more points. Fragout tries to walk through, punches him out. Prosper, no more ammo. That's not a problem. I got a robotic arm with Scorch. You can't throw her melee, but you can throw the fist of cuffs in the face. This round, nice retake in sudden death. All they had to do was eliminate him once. That's exactly what they did. First round goes to Right Turtle. Cute Hamster, they've got to make up for it right here, because this is only a 2-round game with King of the Hill.
Yeah, I mean, crazy close round there near the very end. The timing that they kind of swung in and broke him down with, that's kind of the only way to take it, really. You have one person come from every door. You're going to lose like 2 people, but someone kind of goes above and beyond and really swings in your favor. And both times, I feel like that was Pulsza coming in, getting 2 downs each time, working overtime basically for his team, and getting them that little bit of an advantage to walk off of. But here's this initial hill. Flashes and Halo drones and Semtex already about to all get thrown out at the same time, but it looks like Right Turtle end up winning this one. It's even so far, though. C4 actually makes things even closer than that. Halo drones might catch Gronky. I feel like he's very low, but he ends up staying alive for it. Now the patience pays off for the members of Cute Hamsters. Prosper maybe overextends a little bit. 6 seconds and counting up for them, with only 30 seconds left on this hill. And Right Turtle have to decide if it's worth it to try to take away this garbage time or hold hill number 2.
Yeah, I mean, any King of the Hill map running towards, especially this one, running towards that first objective, or right when you drop from the plane, it's kind of like storming the beaches of Normandy. There's just things flying at you in every direction. Utils, lethal. That is the dump, and everything is being thrown in it. Meanwhile, Gronky kind of just finishing up what they're trying to soak from this first hill. Look at the score, 35-0, and still climbing as the rotations are starting to come through for hill number 2, which is now online and being held by none other than Cute Hamsters. 50-0 is the score, but I'm not gonna get too crazy, because we know that hills 3 and 4 are owned by Right Turtle. We know we've seen them come back from 99 down in King of the Hill already today. So who knows? Anything could change. 52 was the score before that change of possession came to Right Turtle. Now it's kind of just being neutralized out, and finally they'll start to collect some points once again.
They finally clear Cute Hamsters out of this hill, because they were really holding on for such a long time. I think they might have overcommitted to hill number 1. I feel like that one is so difficult to really clear a team out of, even when you have all that utility to spend. Just one person there with backup for them, and you're really not going to be able to break it down, as hill number 3 is 10 seconds away. They're already set up over there. Our Right Turtle, they're going to end up with both, and one exit frag will go their way. Cute Hamster, actually, were the ones who had that one held down. And Pulsza looking for someone under, maybe some early control, trying to be held to stop people from rotating in and flank them on the hill, but Pulsza ends up winning that one. Popping the rage to refight. Delena fought from both angles right through the fire. Pulsza doesn't care that it's there, but seems to care near the end. They do still get that trade. Gronky is the only one left to contest now, and they have to stop him from getting some points. That last hill is so hard to hold on to when a team knows how to push it. Cute Hamster know how to push it, so Right Turtle have to get every point they possibly can in hills 1 through 3.
Yeah, and you can already kind of see that they're all trying to slowly move themselves towards that fourth hill, even though there's about 40 seconds still on that third one. Being neutralized at the time, but the kills are starting to come through. 41 and counting, down by 30. Look at this, Prosper finding a kill, but Gronky underneath. He does not want to let this hill fall into the wrong hands very early this time around. You've got 5 seconds left on hill number 3 as we're going to start this bottom. Look at the score now. 62 to 80. Only down by 18 as Pulsza's coming in with help. 3-man rush into Gronky's face, and now they're going to set up as they have control of this bottom hill. And this is what they have proved time after time after time. They just control the fourth hill beautifully. C4 comes through, and they only doesn't connect as they were able to just run right through that.
Blue, they only got a few seconds there. I think that's a big part of it. Only a few seconds on hill number 4, and now Right Turtles still have control of it. I don't know how they can't keep getting away with it. They can't keep getting away with hill number 4 and just winning on it. Cute Hamster, I said earlier, they know how to attack this, and they're already setting up for it. They have someone in each lane. You can tell there's the cluster smoke coming out. C4 forcing slot back and getting that down. That should be a free heal for them, but already one for that here. If they stay even, it is still doable for them. Prosper manages to down 2. Who's left here to contest it? It's Prosper versus Delena, and every headshot will go the way of Prosper. Still getting pushed, still getting forced back, but he has a stim shot, and Fragout takes his own bounce nade on the way in. That is the worst case scenario. It's still a tie. It's still down to sudden death as Prosper spams the smoke. Gronky kills Hylight, and friendly fire utility throws away Cute Hamster's chances of resetting the bracket right there. Blue, we're going to a map number 5, a demo, to decide if we have another best of 5 ahead of us or if Right Turtle end their streak right here.
Let's take a look at the replays as I think about how we can possibly go 10 games here. Game number 5 coming up, but Kresnik, let's talk about game number 4. Hill number 4, man. I'm telling you, in game 4, hill number 4, it's Right Turtle taking the win 2-0. They trailed in the first half of both of those rounds, and they just say, you know what, hill number 3, that's kind of our jam, but hill number 4, that's our money hill, and they prove it perfectly both times around. Whew, Krez, they look great right there. They tie up the set. We're going at 2 apiece, and we're going to game number 5, which, of course, is a demolition.
Yeah, I mean, demo on, I believe, Canals here. Canals was a map that, even though it was Strikeout, that Cute Hamsters lost earlier. So, I'm not saying it's impossible. It's not impossible for them. I think that Right Turtle maybe could have a shot here, but Cute Hamsters have just looked so good on demo most of the time. It's difficult, I would say, for me to root against them. Going into a demolition, Right Turtle are really going to have, I think, something up their sleeve whenever the bans are available. Something targeted, something specific, I think, against Cute Hamster if they want to walk away with this demo and end the series now.
All right, so for those of you just joining us, whether you're in the Road Company channel or the CMG channel, I have to express something very important here. It is tied 2-2. If Right Turtle wins, Right Turtle, okay, if the Turtles win, they're your champions, obviously. If Cute Hamster wins, okay, if the Hamsters beat the Turtles, we have to reset the bracket because Cute Hamster is coming from the loser's bracket. Right Turtle came from the winner's bracket. They did not lose yet. So if Right Turtle loses this final game, we have to go to another best of 5. So, Kresnik, who's going to win game 5? Putting you in the hot seat right now.
I already said it. I find it hard to side against Cute Hamster. I don't think it's impossible for Right Turtle to win this because of their recent kind of failings on the map in a completely different game mode. So I'm really kind of just pulling whatever I can to give them a chance of how good Cute Hamster have been on demo historically. But it's Canals. I feel like they can just kind of find a way to dismantle the way that they hold once they're on defense. I feel like defense tends to be the favorite side on this map because of how long it takes the attack to rotate, how many ways the defense can see the attackers rotate, and of course, I think a fairly consistent retake over by the outdoor side away from the shipping containers. The fact that they can kind of come through that tunnel, they have the boxes they can stand on to get a deep sight line into that area. I think if they can break down the defense, get 3 halves on their attack, I think that Right Turtle have a shot here, but Cute Hamsters are just looking so good on demolition. I find it very hard to side against them, and the bans, pretty sure Cute Hamsters are probably banning
we're
Fixer.
getting the bans coming in.
Getting rid of that again.
Fixer.
Standard again.
Kestrel.
Standard again, Blue.
Cute Hamster don't want to deal with Fixer again
Don't blame
after they let it go through one time because they had to ban Lancer. And now they're like, darn it.
Not again.
Darn it.
They're done with it.
He put us in a bag with that Fixer. Get it out of here. We are going to Demolition on Canals for game number 5. It's tied at 2 apiece between Right Turtle and Cute Hamster. Cute Hamster wins. We reset the bracket, go to another best of 5. Right Turtle wins. That's it. I get to go eat dinner. They get paid. They're your champions. Cute Hamster gets dethroned. Kresnik has a party. Everyone's invited.
I'm sick, Blue. I'm not inviting anybody. I've been muting myself to cough half of these games, Blue. I'm not. No one should come into my house at the moment. I would highly, highly recommend against that. But just a cold. Don't worry. I just don't want to get anyone a head cold. We've all been staying inside. Everyone's immune systems are a little bit weaker here. But I won't be having a party. I will be drinking water. But I'm really honestly prepping for a reset. I think Cute Hamsters. I think that they have an edge heading into this just because it's a demo, because they've banned Fixer. This is their comfort zone here in map number 5. Not specifically map number 5, but demo without Fixer. This is what the environment that they've dominated for weeks on months at this point. This is the environment that they've come back from the lower bracket and won in the past, including taking out Right Turtle on the way. With all of these stars aligning together, I feel like this has to go to Cute Hamster. Assuming they're not just getting tired at this point, but if they are, then they're going to be struggling in the second set for sure.
Well, we got a lot of Right Turtle fans out there in chat, at least in the Rogue Company chat. They followed Slop and Prosper through Paladins. Now they're here watching them play Rogue Company. So Right Turtle's got some fans out there. I know Cute Hamster's got a ton of fans, considering they have won 4 straight 10K championships. So they're looking to continue their streak and take their 5th one. Make sure you all follow us on Twitter at CMG_Rogue. You can also follow us at Rogue Companies. Tweet at us as well using hashtag CMG 10K or CMGRC. Let us know your thoughts about the broadcast, the matches, the players, the teams, whatever you want to tell us, you tell us. Unless you're complaining about the game. Then you at Kresnik TV.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. I did. I read the document. I think that checks out here.
I mean, you can tweet
everything
at me too.
I definitely. You know what? Actually, at Blue, because then no one will know. That's the important thing here. Vi picked up Talon. Some characters. I mean, Talon, I like him on this map. I feel like he's so good at reading rotations. I would assume that's a defensive composition coming out for them with that Vi and that Talon. But Dallas coming out, Lancer now back in the picture. I'm kind of excited to see the way they play it. The problem is, it's Pulsza on a demo. His respawn has been looking sick. We'll see if he can carry that over into the demo for this game. And yep, I was right. The Vi Talon will be the defensive composition coming out from Cute Hamsters, and everything's on the line for Cute Hamster here. They have to win this to put themselves in a position to win 3 more maps. Right Turtle probably just want to go to bed. So a nice, good night's sleep on the line for them, and quite a bit of money. You can see it scrolling on the bottom there, but we're heading into map number 5 of this set, the decider for this one here as we roll out. Emess, see them kind of setting up in the water here. You see a kind of even split too. 1 player mid, 1 player left, 2 players on right. I'd consider that a pretty standard defense for them here. Look for a duel here on the backs side here. Already rotating back here. 2 players down. A lot of kills from Cute Hamster, and this is about what I was expecting already here. Slop Downs just brutalized by Hylight. What a play by him. 4 downs for them on this round here. A monstrous play by him, you can see, basically doing it all. One more down from Delena. I think the Chalk Res or the Dahlia Res. Not even. Must have been the Chalk Res because no revives on their team. Fat goose eggs across the board for the members of Right Turtle. A very difficult first round, and we're looking at pistols again for them as they walk into a very strong Cute Hamster defense.
Yes, most definitely going to have pistols once again. Only 5,500 on their scores across. No downs for them. You know, you said revive, and it reminded me, we didn't even look to see how many at the end of that strikeout Frag ended up finishing with. He had 13 going into that final round, I believe. So he could have hit the 20 mark, I think. Possibly.
Mm-hmm.
And as we head towards round number 2 here on Canals, it's demolition. Revive's a little bit more important, I would say. This time the attacker is playing a little bit more with a 2-2 split. There's 2 going towards the B site, 2 going towards the A site, but now the 2 that are on the side of A are starting to rotate back with the rest of their team towards B, where that bomb is in Pulsza's hand on the chalk. Trying to bait out maybe a reveal, gather some intel, whatever it may be. They're starting to advance forward now, very slowly and methodically with the crouch walking.
They're sprinting a little bit too, so it's not like they're quiet. They're kind of just making noise intermittently and letting them know where they are. But now's the moment to push here. No Dallas reveal. They're just walking in. You can see great positioning from Hylight, slowing them down. They'll put the incense so they can keep pushing for this. But Prosper caught on the flank. Great play by Gronky. Slop wants to equalize, but not enough bullets in the revolver. Everyone down. It's just Pulsza left with the machine pistol. Not going to be able to stand on point any longer from there. Already more goose eggs across the board. They probably just barely have enough money to get their weapons at this point, but Cute Hamsters are playing clinically here on the defense on Canals. Again, it's the favored side, so I'm not surprised to see them playing so strong here.
Kresnik, look at this scoreboard.
Yes.
This looks like a training simulation.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It does. As I said, zeros across the board for them. It's a very tough attack.
2-0 so far in favor of Cute Hamsters. And speaking of zeros, not just on the scoreboard, but across the entire scoreline for each member of Right Turtle at this moment. And they have to realize that the Talon is going to dart them. They can see it. They push him back. He only has 12 health to his name. The Jock did fall pretty low, but Pulsza rages up, gets it down onto Fragout. Gronky returns the favor onto Emess with a frag grenade himself. Finds one. Can he find the second kill? Pulsza having to be the devil's advocate here. Kind of flashbang his own teammate there. He's all alone. Throws his Semtex. That doesn't find anything.
He's not going to push.
It is a 1v1, but he is getting the res. The bomb is not in his possession either. He has to know that he just allowed that revive to come through. I thought maybe he would push once he heard the sound of it, but that wasn't the case. D40C versus a Deadeye. I don't know how well that's going to go for him. Gronky does fall very low, has to back up. Still, finally gets the knock onto him, and he's going to push up, and he misses about half the clip at the beginning. Did finally get Delena super low, but Delena just missed less shots.
I really don't know if I love the lack of bloodthirst there. I think I want him to go in. I think he pushes. I think he's feeling himself in these gunfights, and his team must have just called him back from it. I guess I feel like he has that down. He can go in and take that before they have the res. It's early enough where maybe they haven't gotten down once. I don't know if you're thinking about getting any revive boosting perks for your team at that point, right? Especially since Talon doesn't even have it. So you could just run him down and try to take that fight. You should have the advantage there. But they wait it out, they play patient, it doesn't pay off, and they've given them, I'd say, the minimum amount of rounds you'd want on the defense here. I mean, you want more, of course. This is a strong defensive map, but they're going to walk into this Talon Dart once again and give a ton of information away to the members of Cute Hamster.
Going towards that A site once more. Hasn't worked out for him. I mean, B hasn't worked out for him either, if I'm being honest. So you got to maybe just pick the one that you think you're a little bit better on. Smokes come out. Has the C4 prime from the side of Delena. He's still playing on that same corner in Cubby. You just see him? I know
Just
we
holding
can
right
see.
by.
C4 did
he might
down
have
him,
and just-
however. I think maybe he did have tenacity available. Is that why they're sending the Dahlia in for the bomb plant? Fragout did find Prosper, however, with that incense. So the bomb once again does not go down. And it's out of their possession. Hylight finds Emess. Pulsza now falling, and it's just one member left once again for the attackers, and it's Dallas.
He has an EMP. He's going to throw it early. He doesn't have the devotion, so no crazy DMR hero play headshots here. But he has only 20 seconds to go and either win a 1v2 or get the bomb, and he's already 30 HP with Fragout pushing him. One bullet gets fired, it hits the wall, not likely. Already majority half going in favor of Cute Hamster with barely an answer from the members of Right Turtle. Blue, I think we're looking at a reset, and I think that is so likely here with how dominant Cute Hamster have looked. Maybe their defense is just that good and their offense could falter, but so far their defense has had almost no holes.
They just can't get a bomb planted. I mean, they have to send in Dahlia since she has the tenacity. Or I would hope. I mean, it looks like she does. That C4 came at her, didn't down her right away. Chalk, though. I'm okay with Dahlia being the bomb carrier if, you know, the history starts to repeat itself for the Chalk Pulsza here. You know what I'm talking about, Krez. Emess can see Frag kind of just going back and forth between the doorway. Maybe he's trying to give himself away on purpose, see if he can bait out Emess on this flank. Emess will start to push through there. I don't know if he knows there's two members holding that angle on him. Slop has to back up, takes a grenade to the back. Doesn't necessarily kill him, but forces him to have to turn and pay attention to the back of Orange. Now Prosper starting to push up onto Propane. They could get a bomb plant here. Where's the bomb?
They're not going for it just yet. I'm not sure where the bomb is now. Only now is Pulsza making his way in. I think they're maybe trying to bait out some utility as it's now coming out. Fragout taking a very good position, but downed by Prosper. They don't have a link to him either, so they're going to have to commit if they want to get that res, but Fragout's legs are sticking out, so that will be very unlikely. But they wasted some extra utility there, and they've traded another down. Maybe a bit of an extension from Prosper. They've lost their advantage of that second res on the Chalk. Pulsza wants to trade out into this anvil, but he doesn't. I don't know what is going on in the comms of Right Turtle. That was straight up communication breakdown. They get the down, they get the finish off on Fragout stuck in that corner, but then they semtex her dead corpse, and then they commit after that when someone else goes down. Prosper throws his life away first, even though he's the one who has the revive, and nothing goes right from there. Very tough round to justify from Right Turtle. It started off so good, they had an advantage, and it's like they just don't know what to do with it.
I mean, plant the bomb. They take way too long to get it done. You're not going to be able to grab as much intel as the defense because the Talon Dart continuously reveals people. You can pick it up. You can replace it somewhere else. They're on defense, so they can play very patiently with it. You have the Dallas, so if they bait out that reveal, you don't have it with you anymore. You've just kind of got to rely on taking space and then trying to create intel. Remember, no intel is still intel.
Mm-hmm.
Backing up, however, looking for a rotation. They do see one cross that bridge between the A site and the middle. Now there's a fight happening in the middle warehouse. Emess does fall. So does Slopodopolous. Only two members standing now. And once again, the bomb has not been planted, and they're not making a move for it.
Yeah, Pulsza down in his own team's backline with the bomb. Not his fault that time. Obviously, two players were already dead. Hylight going to be the one likely to meet up with Prosper first. It seems like they have an idea of where he is, considering all the utility coming out, unless this is a 3k frag grenade, which is possible, but not likely. Bounces right past them, does no damage, and 6-0 advantage so far for Cute Hamster. They are, I said it already, this is their comfort zone. We're banning Fixer, we're playing Demolition, and we are not going to be able to be stopped. Seems like that's the case so far. Only one down for 3 of the members of Right Turtle. 6 of their 9 are all in the hands of Pulsza, who has been doing his best, but it's just not enough.
That's the exact downs that they had in the previous round, going into the previous round. So they didn't get a single down in that last round as well. They took a big old fight in the middle, and it did not work out for 2 of them, being Slop and Emess, and then shortly after, Prosper and Pulsza fell as well. I mean, just get in there, throw a flashbang, see if you can get a hit on anyone but Anvil. And even if you do, it'll say immune on your screen. You'll know where Anvil is. You can kind of play off of that. Now the reveal will come out. That should reveal Frag, as he's the closest member to them. Throws the Incend right above Propane, and now things are starting to look a little bit better. They find Hylight. But just as I say that, Emess and Pulsza will fall and get finished off as well. I mean, you got to plant the bomb. Prosper playing a little hide and seek around Propane. Has Slop with him as well. Takes a fight with Gronky. Loses it. Now it's just a 1v2. He's going to go for the revive. Maybe try and fake it. Tear gas in his face. Now Delena's in his face. He gets 1. That'll reset his ability. He can reveal, and he just cannot get back into the fight quick enough. Going to half number 2. It's 7-0. Cute Hamster lead. Commanding lead, actually.
Now, I'm not saying that the bracket's already reset. What I am saying is that an 8-0 comeback after a 7-0 half is incredibly unlikely. And I'm starting to think that Right Turtle might agree, because they're hovering Phantom and Dima. Are they going to lock this in? I mean, you'll be happy. It might only be for 1 round, though, is the problem, if Cute Hamster really know how to attack this map. Okay. They're just taunting you, Blue. I'm sorry. Sorry that you've, What's up?
I mean, they probably know this is over, so picking someone with something that can make an impact on 1 round, being the pistol round. The Dows will come out once again, this time on the attacking side for Cute Hamster. No Dows on the defense, so that will remain the same for both teams. But also, they keep the Talon as well. You didn't see a Talon on the attacking side last half. That might have been a problem. I was talking about how that intel was just hurting them so much. Maybe even play a Ronin at that point. We saw a Ronin get banned last week, by the way. You missed
Interesting.
It.
I did miss it. Yeah. I was visiting my family. I'm sorry to tell you that I was out of town.
FD Cormorant apparently were very scared of Drew Whitlock from Lagger, his Ronin, so they just banned it out.
And maybe they just had a Talon strat in particular they wanted to make sure it worked absolutely. Prosper, by the way, I got to call this out. Great position here. He's behind 3 of them. I guess he's been spotted, though, because he's running away. He's being absolutely ran down and rolling into the water. If he can make it back, they might just kill him before he can make it back here. Trying his best to do it, taking a ton of damage, and will end up drowning in the water. Very unfortunate for him. No one on his team will be able to peel him out here. As everyone at Cute Hamster still alive, and Emess pushes right into the frag grenade. Delena here looking for it, hitting every shot. The headshots are connecting from him. They are feeling confident. Slop, the last one remaining. Heat will fall, and we are going to a second best of 5, courtesy of Cute Hamsters. 8-0 on map number 5 after losing the last one. I mean, a huge turnaround from them, and it just shows how much they can do when they're in their comfort zone.
Whew. We could potentially see another 5-game set here. Full 5 game. Let's take a look at the replays while we gear up for another 5 games. We are getting a bracket reset. That matchup is won by Cute Hamster 8-0 in the demolition for game number 5. They take the set 3-2. And because they came from losers bracket, Right Turtle hasn't lost yet. We reset the bracket. So another best of 5. Kresnik, I know you're excited.
Yes.
So what does Right Turtle need to change? Because the first game in the next set is also a demolition.
It's so hard to say what because it's looking at how Cute Hamster play, they just tore them apart. I mean, there's so many things that they could do what Cute Hamster does, right? The way that they played that final round. I think they just have to get rid of these nerfs because I feel like it has to be nerfs more than anything. If they're communicating that poorly near the end, I think they just need to take a breath, calm down. They have some leeway. They just can't let it get to them again once it gets back to 2-2.
Man, it must be rough for Right Turtle. We started this set, what was it? 11:30 for them. It is now, well, that was an hour and a half ago. So it's pretty late for them. Let's take a look at our series layout once more from that final game. 8-0 on Canals in the demolition. 3-2, Cute Hamster. They win that best of 5, but they're not champions just yet. They came from the losers bracket once again, which means we'll reset the bracket. And the grand finals just got even more grand because now in this best of 5, whoever wins is the champion. Right Turtle, Cute Hamsters, doesn't matter. There's no more resets after this. We've got 5 maps being reset for you. Whether it'll go 5 or if Cute Hamsters have just caught fire and will win it 3-0. We'll just have to wait and see after this break. Welcome back. I'm realBluTV. I'm joined with Kresnik TV, and we have the grand finals coming at you live. If you've already been here before when I said that, it's not deja vu. It's not pre-recorded. It's live. We're doing it all over again. Not because we didn't like the results, but because Cute Hamster ended up winning that first best of 5 against Right Turtle 3-2, which means we reset the bracket since they came from that losers bracket. Right Turtle made it all the way to the grand finals from the winners bracket, straightforward. So now they get their second chance. Okay, each team gets to lose once. It is a double elimination bracket. Let's take a look at the series layout since the map pool will be a little bit different. And we have Lockdown for demolition coming at you first. Then we're going to King of the Hill on Icarus. Favelas will be Strikeout. And then if necessary, once again, Breach will be game number 4. And Favelas will be game number 5.
Love to see Lockdown. One of my favorite demo maps, I think, the way that teams play around it. I love seeing like the micro adaptations outside by luggage, outside by the ace side. I do like seeing that kind of back and forth between them. And King of the Hill Icarus has given us some of our best games already today, so can't be mad seeing that one back around here for guaranteed map number 2, Blue.
I don't know. I'm okay going to 4 games because we get to see Breach again, but man, hour and a half ago we were talking about how this might go 10 games, and that is a very rare, very real possibility right now, Kresnik. Let's get your predictions. Who do you think is going to come out on top in this matchup? We're going to another demolition. Cute Hamster, obviously the better demo team. They've proven that by winning both of them in the last set. They also won the Strikeout. So any game that was an odd number, they ended up winning it 1, 3, and 5. Will that happen again, or will they be able to just close this out 3-0, maybe even in 4?
4-0? Was that what you were implying? No, I think that they're going to. I honestly think Cute Hamster will start kind of hitting the ground running here at this point. Now that we're getting a little bit later, it's tough for the EU players. I know I say this every time, but these tournaments go pretty long compared to some of the qualifiers, and they just had the wind taken out of their sails. They were this close if they had won that Strikeout to eliminating Cute Hamsters, and now they're back at square one. And they've been here so many times before. And it is all the way through. They've beaten them once. And now it probably feels like they might have trouble doing it again. They just have to be able to take them down in a demo. And they just got off an 8-0 on another demolition map. Depending on what side they start on, I think this is a very difficult one for them. We'll see how they adapt to it with the bans that we do have available. Fixer and Talon. So I like the Talon ban. That is a straight up hit to Delena, who has been rocking out with this rogue and who is super effective on lockdown on both sides.
Well, we saw Cute Hamster ban out Seeker against Hefty Cormorant on lockdown. This time they're saying, Slop, we're not giving you Fixer once again, so we're going to ban that. Town being banned out by Right Turtle. Maybe they want to play Seeker. Their strategies revolve around having a Seeker in that lineup, so we will see him available and most likely will get picked. But they know that Delena is a top-tier Talon player on this map especially. You could just go back in the VOD and actually just watch them play it against Hefty Cormorant as well in the losers finals. This is going to be an interesting game nonetheless between these two. Or nonetheless. I can't speak anymore. It's been a long day. And it's still not over.
And that's how you got to think how the players feel, because we've just been talking. They've been at it this whole time. So they've been playing the whole time, so I'm sure they are feeling some fatigue as well. And again, I feel like that goes into Cute Hamster's kind of wheelhouse. But normally they're waiting in the winner's side, right? They're the team that gets the break, right? Turtle got the break. Maybe they need to get rolling. We could see that in map number 1 here of the second set of the grand finals, the grander finals, as I think some people do tend to call them. We'll see what they can kind of do here on lockdown. Talon ban means Seeker comes in, just like you said, having that really early intel, but it's not consistent intel. It's bursts of information. So you can kind of fake that out. Whereas a Talon dart, unless you have a Ronin, it will never lie. It will be in its spot. It will tell you where it is until you break it. Talon dart won't lie. Seeker dart, you can find ways to avoid unless you just get super unlucky with map geometry and it bounces in a way you weren't expecting. There's ways to play around it, and I can't wait to see how Right Turtle play around it, because that's clearly their answer here in map number 1, Lockdown Demolition Blue.
Well, we're most likely going to see an Anvil as well. These teams, they love to play it on both offense and defense, so that'll be interesting to see if those will be coming out for them. Once again, the bans being Talon and Fixer. Won't be able to select them. Game number 1 of the Grand Finals 2.0, Right Turtle versus Cute Hamster. We are going to see the Anvil on attack, as well as the Seeker, which means the Kestrel and the Dahlia will come out. Delena will be on that Dahlia, since the Kestrel and the Seeker are back in the lineup. Don't have the ability to grab Talon. Defense, however, taking a little bit extra time to select what they're going to go with.
They're checking the stream. No, not really. There's enough of a delay on the stream, obviously, not getting their eyes on it. But Anvil Dahlia, I don't think anyone's surprised about that. Chalk for Slop, and Emess still waiting for his. It will be Seeker. So, Fragout back to Seek Out. Had his name changed for a while. I guess he wants to take it back in, picking that Seeker back up. Delena back on the Dahlia. So some comfort picks across the board, I would say, for the members of Cute Hamster. And that should play into their advantage here on lockdown. When I said comfort is where they thrive, and Fixer band on a demolition map should be their grounds to dominate.
I like the pick from Slopodopolous. It's pretty much a mirror matchup, except for himself, who has the Chalk instead of the Kestrel. He still wants that flashbang potential on the defensive side, even though Talon's not there. And of course, they get the intel that Talon would give them just with the Seeker instead, as they make their way out of the plane to begin game number 1 here of Grand Finals 2.0. Whichever team wins sets themselves up nicely. Cute Hamster's looking to repeat for the 5th straight time in a $10,000 event. Defending champions currently back to back to back to back. Add another back if they're able to win today. Slop getting shot at, has to duck out of the way. Emess getting taken out by a Seeker arrow. Hylight going for the plant, has a shield down. He has to get revived by Dahlia, however. Nice bounce nade from Frag. Takes out 2. 1 was a knock, 1 was a finish, and that means the rest of the team is just going to flood through.
Wow.
Forget planting the bomb. We're going to kill everyone in sight. 1-0, Cute Hamsters.
And a brutal round for Fragout. Gets one down with the bow. They push off of that. They throw some of the utility back there. It sets them up for the bounce nade that he gets. All of his downs were from his utility. Nothing from the gun. Just a bow down and a bounce nade down. Big play from him on the Seeker to start things off, showing that he is still proficient in this rogue, even after not playing it for a little bit of time. Not a good round for Right Turtle, though, just like I said. Really hard for them here. They are on what we would consider to be not the preferred side. They'll be able to attack in the second half. If they end up struggling to find rounds on the defense, that will come to bite them shortly, after seeing how good Cute Hamster were at defending previously. Slopodopolous very close. You don't usually see a forward hold like this, but they have to smoke to get him out. They did some utility burn, but they did force out the C4 with that knowledge, and they're revealed thanks to the Seeker. Prosper with this high ground tower position. It's a great spot to be. They seem to be wary of it. They're not really peeking them, and they're sneaking by without giving away any intel.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. This is a power position as well. You usually see Frag trying to hold this position on attack once they get the bomb planted. Prosper has to back up, however, because they're pushing into him very aggressively. Does have some help. Shield goes up for the attackers on the bomb site. Emess and Prosper find downs. Fragout found one himself, but he got finished off quickly afterwards. Only 2 members left standing for Cute Hamsters. The revive comes through on the anvil, but Seeker goes down, being Emess. 2v3 now. Or 2v3 and a half, I guess you could say, if he does get res. He's back up. Shield from Pulsza breaks the window. Playing a little back and forth action, using that barricade to their advantage. Delena found the shots to finish off Pulse and knock him, but it wasn't enough. Revive coming through for Chalk. Maybe he's the one who needs a little bit extra cash right now in order to get something. When you're playing, you can see how much money you have now during the rounds right underneath your mini map. So nice little quality of life change that has been added. You know exactly how much money you have each round during the round, so that you know whether or not Prosper needs that revive at the end of the round more, or Chalk. It looks like he needed it the most, so he will get it. Wonder what he bought with that extra $500. Possibly a second flashbang, considering he wasted his first one on an anvil in that last round.
Definitely good to have both, though. Spamming it, especially when you're pushing a lane. I know, obviously, they're on the defense, but you still need to play it for post plants. And Slop's been playing very forward. It's an interesting take on this defense. It worked out last round. I'm not sure if it'll work every round that they play, but now here comes the shield. Here comes the plant. Something they have an answer for right away. Slop pushes for it, actually stops it, but they trade his life, and Hylight has the Dahlia link, so I don't know if that was the smartest idea, as Pulsza downed as well. This should be just a push from them. C4 on the corner. Emess doesn't get hit by it. They do get the res off on him, thanks to their Dahlia, but they're just going to run them down, and I don't know if I love that. It's not a great trade, especially without your Chalk having the Dahlia link. It's on somebody else. Maybe you can get away with it if he has that, because he can get the double res. He'll save it for later. But popping the rage, running down, trading a life just to stop a plant for a few seconds from someone you know is Dahlia linked, I don't know if that trade is worth it.
Yeah, like you said, they keep linking to the anvil so that they can keep him alive as long as possible, especially if he's trying to go in there on a retake, get a shield up, gets knocked. They can pick him up with that Dahlia res, allow him to start the defuse while the rest of the team tries to clear out any members trying to deny that defuse. But also, like you said, Chalk raging up going in, doesn't have his ability for his self-res. So the Dahlia link, not on him, really hinders his ability to get as aggressive as he would like. Look how crazy they're playing in luggage all the way up. Slop finds the kill on the Hylight. Emess helps him out, even though Delena did get the crossfire. Now they have to kind of back up once again. And look at this. Emess just did the same play twice. He just runs around luggage in a circle and ends up behind someone and gets the kill.
It's exactly what I was saying with that forward hold and luggage. Sometimes it works out, and I guess this is one of those times. Now, Gronky's stuck in a 1v4 on a bounce nade. Not really the nicest place to be. That's a lot of utility, though, that he forced out, I guess. But very unlikely unless all of his utility rings true. He'll have to find a perfect bounce nade. He'll have to get probably a double with his halos, but now he's been sticky censored and things are getting worse before they're getting better, but that bounce nade could be a big part of it. But Emess already around the backside, removing any chance for a clutch. Not that there really was much in the first place. And things have evened out. Right Turtle maybe finally finding their footing in a demo, because this is not the favored side.
Bomb has been dropped.
Not at all. It's tied to a piece, though. But this is what we were talking about. This is what we've mentioned week after week after week. Cute Hamsters. They just know how to win on the side that's not favored. But I also have a theory. I have a running theory if you'd like to hear it, Kresnik.
Mm-hmm.
It is maybe teams are just getting better and they're starting to realize that the maps are not favored on the side that we've been saying the entire time.
I would go
Sometimes
so far to say maybe.
That's what it looks like.
I think you're right, except for after that last game, Canal's defense. I'm starting to think that Canal's defense might actually be the favored side. But attackers seem to have a chance here on this map when they play inside, but they've shifted kind of outside from that point on. Slop's forward hold has been a thorn for some of these rounds. They finally do get rid of him, and they'll get their res too. Their cake can eat it too. Except Gronky gets knocked down by a C4. Prosper very low behind a shield. Delena shoots him in the toe. Right under the shield, getting that down. Prosper will be able to get picked up. If they can stop Emess from getting to him, this would be huge, and he just doesn't have the reaction time to make it happen, so they will get that res, but now they basically have free reign of the outside, and they're not even going to get the res. He doesn't stick it. He's afraid. They want to get around the corner, so Prosper will fall, and it's a 2 versus 3 with almost a guaranteed bomb plant set up for their team here. Hylight's going to do it now. Pulsza still holding and watching it as bows bounce around on the outside. They'll disengage. They'll be able to set up back here behind their bomb, and this is going to be a difficult defuse unless they can get Pulsza in to drop this shield and clamshell this off. Emess is already pretty close.
Yes, but he's not the one with the shield ability, so they need Anvil to get as close as Emess was. Now he's starting to make that move. 3 members left standing for the attackers are the ones closest in luggage, and they will just finish off the last 2 members of the defense here and take the lead 3-2 now. It's not looking good. The retakes are not as good. Every time they've won a round, the 2 that they've won are just, they get aggressive, they get in their faces. But Slop, he went down early in that round, just getting taken out on luggage. He was playing very aggressive once again. They kind of just read it, said, we know where he's going to be most likely. Let's go there, see if he is. We'll take care of him. Then determine if we want to rotate or not. They ended up not doing so, getting a bomb planted perfectly behind the shield. Usually you see it towards the left or kind of a little bit further towards the building from where it was last round, but that was an interesting placement. Perfect hold for luggage, I would say.
Yeah, I do like that luggage hold that they were doing, but this time they're changing things up. Okay. Instead of the hold that has been really strong, I guess they kind of figured it out. They slowed down Slop, but Slop tries to push behind. Gets down to will be able to pick himself back up. I'm assuming no one else would be that far in. Actually go for that res. Great spam into the smoke from Delena. Gronky now getting isolated. These halos have to be huge, and it's just a little bit short with 2 players down. They have the bomb down from this combination of the Anvil and the Dahlia. They're sitting way back behind these APSs, but I don't know if they have a way to stop a clamshell. That's what I'm most worried about here. I think that the Anvil will have to get close and drop a C4 on it, but they might just be able to put an APS down. There's already a smoke in the way. They seem to be swarming the bomb. You can tell there's a shield in the way thanks to that gear. I'm not sure if they have the shredder rounds just yet, but they do. Down goes the shield, and now their position's so much better. Hylight's so low, but everyone is stacking in front, and Delena is insane, hitting all the shots that he needs to, but now they're getting pushed. The health is not good. It's not there. They have to hit fire. Delena now down, and they're getting swarmed from the backside. No way to get to stop that defuse that will now be going. Everyone is down, and this is as close as I would expect it. This is way closer than I was expecting it to be on the first demo of this bracket reset.
I like that play from Pulsza. He's the Anvil, and you would expect him to go towards the site and get a shield plant. Instead, he's flanking through luggage with his teammate. He's able to clean up, finish that off. We're all tied up. This is an important round. This is a very important round because this is the one that gives you the advantage going into the second half. As the attackers, you want that. As the defenders, you definitely want this round. Both teams going to be going maybe even a little bit safer. Could see a B push from the attackers. Looks like Right Turtle has read that just a tiny bit as they send one towards that back door on B. Slop playing very aggressive on luggage once again. The grenade comes out. 72 wasn't enough. They smoke him, and now he goes. Oh, he's going to stick around. He's going to take that fight.
I think he has to. He actually gets the down.
Yeah, but the revive is available.
No way. Risky play, Blue. Risky play, maybe a little bit too risky here. It's Gronky now on the outside. There's still 3 members up for Right Turtle. They're about to get this bomb planted unless someone has some utility here. It's the Kestrel actually doing it with Delena covering their backs. The bomb will be down. Almost every single round here was outside. Pulsza over peaks there. Delena connecting the headshots to punish him for that attempt. Looking like they could get the advantaged half here. The majority of the rounds on their attacking side. But still a chance for Right Turtle. Only 1 player down. Some utility, but it's mostly APSs and defensive utility. They need something to actually break their way in, and I don't know if they'll be able to find it.
I told you this round might get a little bit slow towards the later moments. It's because both teams trying to get that advantage here. Gronky, a little bit of a tactical crouching shooting. Oh my goodness, that axe! It looked like it was going in slow-mo, how close that was on our screen. As the full wipe comes through, no defense available. It's going to be 4-3 going into the half with Cute Hamsters leading. Remember, this is game number 1 of our grand finals, 2.0 after the bracket reset. Cute Hamster was able to take out Right Turtle 3-2 in the previous best of 5. Rogues being locked in now. Kresnik, good to see the Kestrel coming in from Gronky once again. Remember, they're going to be on the defensive side. They still haven't selected, and now they'll lock them in. And it is a complete mirror match.
I think this is a good pickup for the members of Cute Hamster. I feel like having all that utility, that's a lot of things that can go over an anvil shield while he's trying to plant. That's what I'm thinking of this whole time, right? If they try to play that outside game style that we were seeing from Cute Hamsters literally every round, if Right Turtle try to mimic that, they are going to be in for a rude awakening, I think, with all the explosives and everything that they have for them. So I wouldn't be shocked to see them honestly make that shift inside, but I guess without the talent, they're not really willing to do it because Anvil and Dahlia, Prosper, and Pulsza already making their way over here through the arch. Not needing an 8 or any utility just yet, because I think they're waiting patiently to let them in and get a guaranteed pick.
Seeker reveals 2 members. Both of those in luggage. That's your bomb carriers. Dahlia with the smoke. Anvil with the shield. That's the game plan for this. Nice little angle trying to get that bounce nade. He knows where the bomb's going to be planted. So he's trying to get that bounce nade to just cut him off. A couple shots come out, but the double peek from Prosper helps him out. And Slop finds 2. Finishes off Gronky with his drones. Knocks Hylight. Then also finishes him off. I mean, there's 6 drones, so it's a lot of damage coming through from the Kestrel's ability. Now playing attack fairly nicely. Pulsza gets taken out by Delena, so he's trying to get some extra money. Ooh, Emess almost died. 1 bar of health to his name. He just brings out the Floyd Mayweathers.
I mean, Delena almost somehow clutching the 2 fights there, but obviously getting run down by the rest of the team. He wouldn't have had a chance there, but a lot of downs for him. I mean, he is kind of far and away above the rest of his team right now in terms of financial impact. And if you look at his cash, Gronky's struggling a bit on this Kestrel, and it's not what you want to see on a character that needs to be snowballing to make the most use of her ability. And her kit as a whole. Also a miss on the Halo drones. And a big miss on the attempt. You saw it go a little bit far. So while Slops ended up hitting perfectly, as they now set up to go inside. Our first look at a B-site hit in quite a while. No one's holding close. They smoke off garage door. They are running it down. Hylight going away. This should be a free plant for them. What happens after is the most important thing, as you can already see someone wrapping up through garage door right behind the smoke, I believe. But they give it up for a moment, and they have a 2-2 split that these attackers could take advantage of.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's a lot of teams opting to go towards the A side on this map now. Not really playing towards B. That's pretty much what created that attack-sided mentality, is because once you got pushed out of the double doors here on your screen, very hard to break back in. Going for the defuse now. They're going to have to try and throw something in here. Both shields are blocking them, and I think that might have been a successful defuse.
It was a successful defuse, but they also downed him with a bounce nade. So he got downed as soon as the defuse was over. If they had thrown that bounce nade just a second earlier, if their inner timer had been a little bit better, maybe that round goes a little bit longer. But it does go the way of Cute Hamster. They do get that defuse by running in, and I think that's probably why some teams don't necessarily hit the inside as much, because it's harder to get that post-plant situation, right? You can't surround the bomb and get as close as easily with your utility. It does make a lot of sense for why teams are playing on the outside now if they feel like they're guaranteed to plant either way, and now it seems like Right Turtle will agree with that. They're going to shift back outside with the bomb, with the Anvil and the Dahlia combo going far, far left. We'll see what information they can get with a Seeker shot.
Holding it. Just wants to know the intel. But he's waiting for the rest of his team. Probably waiting for the Dahlia and the Anvil to get in position. You can see Pulsza putting the shield down. 2 shredder rounds coming at you from a Dahlia and an Anvil, taking care of that as fast as possible. But they still get the bomb down. A little bit of a fake out. Puts the shield on the left side of that barricade, then plants the bomb on the barricade. Still planted perfectly for luggage. Slop finds Frag and Gronky. That's a double kill. Only 2 members on Cute Hamsters able to play for this retake. They've got to play for the kills at this point. One of them, well, it just came on the Slop. That's out of the tower.
Prosper's in a great position here, though. Hylight now down, and they do end up winning the round in this post-plant situation. I was going to say, I don't know if Pulsza really needs to be wide peeking with an MLX to fight someone in tower. I feel like you have the bomb down. You can play slow. You don't necessarily need to be concerned about that. It's kind of not your job almost at that point to be pushing way beyond your primary weapon range to try to take a fight like that. And he does lose his life for it, but Prosper does clutch up close by, kill someone who pushes past and not check the corner. Shows the power of the objection, and moves his team in to even things up again. Wouldn't be a bracket reset if the first map of it wasn't as close as possible. 5-5 here, the attacking team. Now going inside, potentially. We see the Seeker and the Kestrel at the very least. The Anvil Dahlia pair, obviously not in our sight just yet, but they do get intel on one person. Let's see where the rest of the team is going. No one has looked at them yet, so I'm going to take a wild guess and say that they're outside over by A, and I just confirmed that. I believe. No, they actually shifted back inside, but they've been revealed. How much space are they going to take? They force them out again as they move in to get another free plant, but what they do afterwards is what matters.
Look at this. Shield goes up a little bit sooner than they were able to do so the first time they planted on the B site, but they do get the bomb planted. Look behind. Delena gets taken out by Emess.
Huge.
That's a Seeker. You don't expect them to be in that position. Now, Gronky was going for the revive. Looks like he might be able to get it, as that will go through. Frag did find Emess as well. They helped him out just a tiny bit. Look, C4 in Pulsza's hand. If anyone tries to come through that middle garage door, but he just heard the rotation coming, so he has to go back behind the shield. It's a 3v4 situation, and a double with the C4. Pulsza finds 2 from that, throws it behind them as they jump inside. Oh my goodness. 6-5 as the lead is now taken by Right Turtle.
Which I don't think either of us were ever expecting to say on a demolition, with how cute hamsters have been looking on it after literally just 8-0ing them on another map. They seem to be figuring out their offense a little bit. They know what they can get away with, and they are out reviving, I think, is another big part of it. They have 12 on the side of Right Turtle, and I believe 6 on the side of Cute Hamster, so doubling their revives, playing around each other, which I think is just good rogue company. If you're rezzing each other, if you're playing in angles where you're not going to get punished, you're just playing good Roco, and that's what Right Turtle are doing here on lockdown. But here's the adaptation from Cute Hamster. They're playing inside now. They're taking this forward space. This is how the defenders deny this ground from being taken. Neither team is willing to make a move beyond this. Hylight is holding close there. Halo drones have been used. Delena is watching this corner. Both teams watching red. This would be a great time to rotate your bomb plant outside. They're just playing patient, maybe hoping they can bait this out, maybe waiting for another secret arrow. Either way, we're probably going to be here for at least 20 more seconds.
Right Turtle has scored more rounds in this game of demolition than they did the previous 2 demolition games in that last best of 5. Now playing on Pillar, which has been such a monumental place for an anvil to play on this map. He was able to get it down from that. Gronky finds the backside of Pulsza. Hylight finishes him off with the C4. Only Emess is alive for the defense, and that will not be for long. 6-6 now. Back and forth these two teams are going all the way throughout the entire game so far. I mean, it was 1-1, 2-2, 3-3, all the way to now what is a tied game at 6 apiece.
Blue, just to add on to what you said, I want you to know that as of 6 rounds ago, they had scored more rounds than they had in the entire first set in demolition. So
no,
it's been...
they lost the first one 8-3.
Wasn't it 8-2?
That was 8-3.
Was 8-3? Okay, so as of 4 rounds ago, they had scored more than they had in the entire first half after that 8-0 performance on Canal. So definitely looking up, but things are still even. They will have the advantage going into the final round. If it keeps trading back and forth in the order that it has been, they will win the game. Because it'll go 7 for them, then 7 for Cute Hamster, and then 7 for them if we continue to trade back and forth. Cute Hamster need to adapt twice in a row if they want to come out with the win here. It's a different look, though. Pulsza's in mid. He's not far left. He's not far right. He is right, pretty as close to down the middle as I think you can get. So they're gonna kind of shift, maybe do like a Skyfell Cute Hamster mid strategy where they cut to one side or the other. Maybe try to bait something out. This camera shaking a little bit from almost everybody, it seems. A little nervous. The nerves clearly coming in after the bracket reset here. But neither team willing to make a move, but the patient play seems to go in favor of Cute Hamster.
Yeah, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty, so players are starting to take things a little bit slower, more cautiously. If you end up losing this round, you put that opponent on game point. Also setting up the shield. They are trying to get rid of it, but he gets the bomb planted by the skin of his teeth. He also gets out of there. Fragout finds Slop, however. That's a massive pick. Being the Kestrel, she brings so much to the table as a slaying type of rogue. Hope you've got shredder rounds for the attacking anvil as well. Prosper finds Fragout. He needed help. Pulsza shoots Hylight in the back and finishes him off. Delena, however, was there to help out, just in a different angle. 2v2 now. Hylight.
The bomb's down.
Already used that Dahlia res. Oh, he got him. Look at Prosper's positioning. Emess was the one who got Hylight, however. Almost cost himself his own life, but Prosper was in prime position to help him out. 7-6 now. Right Turtle 1 away from taking game number 1, the demolition.
Which would be almost unheard of with these teams against each other, obviously. It's happened in the past, but it's been a hot minute since they were able to turn that around from them. That was a great play by Emess. He was just in the exact position that he needed to be to find the crack through the shield when he placed it down. Kind of a repeat of a punishment they were able to inflict on Hefty Cormorant. Last map, courtesy of Delena, this time coming in from Emess onto Hylight, who got that shield down. This time, inside, name of the game. They've been revealed early. Both teams have been revealed. Fragout took a lot of damage right away, but the sticky sensor will likely deny any further aggression here, unless they just decide to run it down. They're going through smokes. Looks like they're...
I was going to say, have you realized that they are pretending to push red at that moment? Now they're coming in. Slop finds one. He finds two with the drones, but it doesn't matter because the rest of his team collapses. Right Turtle, 8-6 in the demolition. They take game number one. I was even going to ask you, Krez. I don't know if you appreciate it. I expressed my appreciation last week. Delena changes his name back to Delena for us, but man, let's take a look at these replays because we're gonna need one of the final seconds of that last round because everything just kind of went Halo drones, bottoms up. Everything happened in a blur, but the demolition goes in favor of Right Turtle. Now they just need 2 more games. They've been strong on King of the Hill, and they took the strikeout to overtime,
which was, crazy by them. I could totally see it happening at this point. I thought this was going to be the set that Cute Hamsters would run away with because of the time there, but Right Turtle, maybe they just perform worse after a break, I guess. They got a game off that Cute Hamster got to play, and now they seem to be warming up. They are figuring it out here, and they're punishing the slow pace that Cute Hamsters played with. That was why that last round was over as quickly as it was. They realized, all right, they're nervous. Not maybe nervous, but they're playing like they're nervous. They're holding things out. They're trying to play so patiently. We can abuse that. You can see here, we can run you down. We'll fake a push. You'll immediately shift to adapt to it, and then we'll just win the numbers game in the very end. And that's what happened, and that's what gave Right Turtle their first win on demo against Cute Hamsters in quite a while, pushing us to Icarus, King of the Hill. They haven't lost a call against them, at least in these grand finals, these grander finals yet. So this could be a great chance for Right Turtle to put themselves on the precipice of killing the Cute Hamster streak.
They haven't lost a King of the Hill today, actually. They went 4 games against Hefty Cormorant, only losing the strikeout as well. So they're undefeated for King of the Hill today. I think they didn't lose one yesterday either, actually. So this team just knowing how to play King of the Hill the most effective way. And for them, it's Hills 3 and 4, obviously. We're going to Icarus. It's King of the Hill. We're waiting for bans. Right Turtle leads Cute Hamster 1-0 here in the grand finals. This is straight up. Whoever wins the first 3 games is your champion. No more bracket resets. No more anything. This is all for the money. Top 2 teams. Not seeding-wise, however. Right Turtle was the number 5 seed. They took down Cute Hamster yesterday in the winner's bracket of the semifinals of the winner's bracket. And then today they took out the number 2 seed, Hefty Cormorant, set them down to the loser's bracket where they ended up getting 3rd place after losing to Cute Hamster. 4th place did also go to Banana Smoothies. And remember, the top 6 teams are getting paid from this month's event. So a lot more teams getting paid out there. I think DNR, the new kids on the block, they're getting some money. They were in the top 6.
Good for them. I'm happy to see it going down a little bit further because I know some teams not getting money was probably why they were like, oh, we'll reform. Maybe we'll come back and we'll beat Cute Hamsters because they're the ones getting the vast majority of the cash. But now it's going down a little further. Just being good at Roco Company will get you some cash if you can make it this far. You don't even have to play all the qualifiers if you're a little limited for time, right? Turtle, they missed the first one for a charity tournament that was happening in another game at the same time. Some of their players participated in that. So they played disqualifier 2 and 3. They get enough points. They make it all the way to this point. And now here they are up 1-0 on Cute Hamsters in the bracket reset of the grand final. So huge on them. Fixer Talon again. Vi. Okay, that's what I was going to say. Talon on Icarus strikeout would be very interesting, but Fixer Vi makes a lot more sense. Cute Hamsters wanted to stay in the comfort zone, and Right Turtle wanting to get rid of one of the most effective rogues on Icarus.
Yeah, I was looking at the bracket. That's why I was like looking in this direction the whole time.
Oh, you were looking at me?
The bracket. Maybe I was looking at you. I was looking at the bracket to see who actually got 5th and 6th with
and sixth?
DNR, because I remember seeing them in the losers bracket in that position. But it was Brave Sheep, a team that I actually forgot about. They were a pretty decent team through the qualifiers as well. But like you were saying, Fixer, Vi, they're being banned out for about the 400th time in this matchup between these two teams. So they don't want Slop on Fixer. They don't want Delena or Gronky on Vi. We get it. Everything else is available and open. Icarus, pretty small map, but again, rotations from that first hill to the second hill, very important because it's kind of stretched out in comparison to hills 2 and 3. And like I said, hill 2, that's the money hill because it sets you up nicely for hill number 3.
Yeah, I would say it makes sense if you can go for that hill. We're going to see whatever team wins that first fight, holding on to it, the other team will just bail right away. It's just not worth it because if you told me this before, I mean, the first hill, it just has less time because it's counting down right when the timer starts when you're just jumping out of the plane. So no matter what, you are getting less out of that hill than you are from all the others. Even if you win that dominantly the whole time and then lose the next one, they're going to be ahead of you if they were there already by the time it's swapped. So it just makes sense to, if the second hill is that important, it's so important that you need to hold it because it'll give you a great setup for the next one. Give it up. Maybe you're down 40-0, but we've seen 99-0 comebacks. We know it's possible. We know that both of these teams probably have the capability to do it.
Yeah, man. I like watching the King of the Hill with Right Turtle because if they're winning at the beginning, they can still pull off the W. If they're losing at the beginning, they can still pull off the W. It's kind of like that story where it's like, no matter what happens, okay, they've got this. They've got it on lock. Man, I'm excited. It's been a long day. Krez, I think I'm going insane. You know when like you start to have hallucinations? I think that's me right now.
Well, I'm not sure how in the world I'm supposed to follow that up.
In front of me.
I don't know what it is. I just saw Right Turtle win a demolition. I think Blue might be hallucinating. That might have
been a hallucination. See, that's what I'm talking about. We got to check ourselves here.
Production's in your ear like, dude, they just got 8-0'd. Come on, man. What are you doing? We're trying to rein you back in here. Map number 2, though. They did actually win it, I promise. Unless we're all collectively hallucinating here. Map number 2, Icarus, King of the Hill. This is a King of the Hill map I do like because it seems so different from the others. Almost because of that middle hill mechanic and shifting back to that edge hill at the very end and that being so compact. It feels different from like a Breach King of the Hill or a Favelas King of the Hill to me.
Yeah, the map's not as large. Hill 1 is also Hill 4. So it's kind of deja vu when you have those fights happening together. But I don't know. For those of you, though, that enjoy playing Rogue Company, you can go ahead and play in some tournaments for some money yourselves. Not $10,000, obviously. We only do those on special occasions. And we've got other games on the website as well. CheckmateGaming.com. You sign up for a tournament, you play in the tournament, and then you win some money. And then you become the best. That's what happened with Cute Hamsters, okay? They haven't won 4 straight titles unless they sign up for some other tournaments. They started off, we didn't start off with $10,000 events. We had some little $400 and $100 ones. They got in there. They made a name for themselves. So you too can do that. CheckmateGaming.com. That's where you'll find it. Krez?
Make sure you guys, if they get signed up, make sure you sign up if you want to play. I have not played in any. No, I have not. I'm definitely a bad example for everybody else, but you should if you want to play. I've been busy casting them.
Yes.
Sorry to be the one to tell you that, but for now, guys, you'll have plenty of time to go to the site, check it out, scan through all the pages. We're going to throw to a quick break, and we will be right back with the rest of the Grand Finals.
can rock with a rhythm. We can rock.
All right. See, now chat is starting to hallucinate because I'm pretty sure that they thought they saw a big old 2.5 minutes left for that break, but we're back already. See, it's late for everyone. Everyone's starting to hallucinate. We're getting into the game here. Game number 2, it's King of the Hill. We're on Icarus. Right Turtle leads 1-0, and they've been pretty dominant against anybody on King of the Hill so far. And as you can see, we have Lancers, Chalks, Scorches, and Kestrels on each side. It's a total mirror matchup once again. Kresnik, this is a pure Slayer composition.
Oh, yeah. And I think it's going to pay off for Right Turtle, maybe. I mean, again, currently, if Right Turtle end up winning the respawns just like they did before, currently Pulsza is straight up my player of this series, the way he's performed so far on these respawns. I've been so crucial to what they've done here. Immediate Halo drone down. It is traded back and forth. Gronky somehow still standing back there. Will they be able to take him down? It looks like he's still build back up here. Stim shot for him will not win the fight against Prosper, though. So the first kill will go to Right Turtle. SQ Hamster now decide if they want to fight it. It looks like they might, but Pulsza will be in the way. And again, so lethal so far on this chalk, but pre-nade forces him back. Will give them some space, but they're not really willing to take it quite yet with that flash in. They have a flank coming out, and headshots from Fragout will swing this hill back to them. But is it worth sacrificing hill number 2 that Right Turtle will probably be shifting to immediately?
Hylight finds that down on the Prosper, finishes him off as well. And I mean, 10 seconds left over on hill number 1. That's the garbage time. It'll get picked up. The lead being taken by Right Turtle. Not too big of a lead either. 50 seconds, I think, is the time for hill number 1, considering it starts when you're in the plane. And because of that, 20-8, that is not much time being soaked up by either side, either team there, for any hill, regardless of when that timer starts. So they have some work to here.
Whoa.
38-8. That's well, they kind of just wiped them completely.
They didn't kind of just wipe them. They did just straight up wipe them, and they're still holding this hill. The thing is, Cute Hamster can kind of set up a siege, because if they're outside, if they're just kind of sieging this hold that they have, they are already kind of setting up for the next hill. If they can make it in, I would consider that just bonus time for them. Pulsza with the push cannot get both players down as Right Turtle continue to climb up this time. Delena's in a great spot, though, but I don't know if they're going to be willing to break in at this point. 14 seconds, Fragout throws his life away, and actually, this might be a perfect time for Right Turtle to shift out with the number advantage, and it's trading in their favor.
And look at the respawns coming through. And look where Pulsza is, right next to the objective. He's just going to walk up a couple feet, gain control of it. I don't know how I feel about that area behind that wall being able to contest the hill. No one else can do it. Scorch can't do it from where she is. You'd have to be behind Fountain. There's still a fight happening where hill number 2 is. Finally, they lose out. Kresnik, look at the score, by the way. Down by over 100 at this point on hill 3. Haven't even gotten to the Right Turtle money hill. Okay, I'm just going to start calling it the Turtle Hill.
Every 4th hill is the Turtle Hill at this point with how they've been playing. And I don't know if I think this hold here is fine, the one that Hylight's on, because you can do that wide flank all the way around. There's that angle that Emess is taking. There's a lot of openings to it, I think, with the way that they play it out here. Hill number 4.
Look at this.
Close to opening
3
up.
members already set up on the objective. Frag thought maybe he'd meet 1 or 2 there. Instead, he meets a full team, and they're already set up. And they're still getting garbage time on the 3rd hill as well. Look at the timer still going up. 133 before it swaps to hill number 4, and then they're already on it. So of course the points just keep going. Not even a pause in it. No hiccup at all, as they are 5 away from taking this. This is a commanding King of the Hill score here.
Wow,
150-19. My goodness.
Just brutalized. Right Turtle have woken up after that 8-0. They said, we're better than this. We know what we can do. We know what we can get away with. Let's make this work. We need to go to bed. It's the go to sleep power up really coming out for them here. They are just tired and willing to do whatever it takes to win this one. They are working together, I think, really well. They're rotating ahead of time. They're doing what they have to do. They just have to keep doing it when the pressure gets closer, when they're one round away from potentially closing everything out here. They are one round away from closing this map out, which would put them one map away from taking it all home and defeating the Cute Hamster streak. For now, though, we'll see how this first fight goes here. Looks like Cute Hamster do take the point a little bit earlier. Halo drones come out, doesn't find anything, but Pulsza the first one to find an answer there. 2 downed already for them. Make it 3. Slopodopolous performing well, and that is a full wipe for the members of Cute Hamster. 7 seconds, all they have to hang their hat on, as Right Turtle will now climb and take the lead immediately.
Well, 7 is much better than what they were able to grab the first time on hill number 1. So start your rotation for hill 2, because that's the money hill on Icarus. You need it to be able to transition a little bit easier into that third one. Take control of half wall, just like Gronky is at the time. Turning around, but not being able to get the full turn on kill. As he goes down, and once again, in firm control of the objective after wiping them out. A little bit of garbage time. 7 seconds. Now it's 44-10 and counting for Cute Hamster as they successfully take control. Their rotation was early, easy, and they have full control now. But here comes the push from Right Turtle, and Prosper finds the double kill. Oh my goodness. He finally falls to Hylight, who came through from half wall behind cardboard just to help him out, Kresnik. But, I mean, Prosper almost was able to clear that site himself.
Yeah, went down to a 1v1 between them after all those trades here. And another advantage push for them. They had it last time. Now, it's a little bit easier with the 2 downs that they have. Can't climb the wall because Pulsza's on it. Oh, absolutely timinged on that attempt to get up top. Delena now the only member still standing for them. So they realize they have to start rotating out to the next hill. Already, Pulsza caught off guard. Doesn't have the rage up yet. Does some early damage, but caught out by the Semtex in the corner. 12 seconds left on this hill. Right Turtle will take what they can get from it, just to maximize their advantage before the hill rotates into the open. But Slop's already there. They have the spread out. Where are the members of Cute Hamster to actually fight this as they use the quick and quiet to run through the smoke? And Right Turtle already have this. This is what we're talking about. That quick transition from 2 to 3. Even after losing some people, they're still racking up the time.
Hylight and Gronky starting to push this wide angle back towards hill 2. Just so they can try and take over half wall. You might have to push a little bit deeper. Oof. Maybe into where the pizza mural is on that staircase in the back. Might have to take over that, because right now Frag has full control. He gets stuck. He jumped up for a second and Emess stuck him with it. And then Emess turns around and helps out onto Delena as well. And Pulsza in the same spot he used last round. He gets stuck this time. Semtexers, oh my goodness, they're getting stickier, it seems. Because everyone's
Emess
getting
is already on
stuck
hill
with
4.
one. Emess already there, but he meets an incend to the face.
Semtex again. This time it won't strike exactly where they want it to as Gronky takes down Slopodopolous. But hill 3 is still counting up, even though it's almost over. They will now sacrifice the time. 129-51 here. Semtex gets Gronky so low, 9 HP. Can he get away in time? He'll get a flashbang, maybe to buy himself this space. Will Emess live? Great movement while blind, actually. Shoutouts to Emess for making that one happen. 2 kills now.
How in the world?
Cute Hamster as well. How'd he do that? I have no idea.
You know, when I get flashbang, I just try like aiming my gun, and then it shows I'm not aiming my gun. I'm like looking in the sky, crouching. Somehow I'm prone. Flashbangs do some weird things to me. Slop finds Frag with the Halo drones. Emess found Delena, then Hylight for the double. And this is looking like a good wipe. They only need 10 points. And it's starting to tick away. They could close this out before the timer runs out. They could close out game 2 fairly quickly. 1 point to go. They couldn't touch. They couldn't contest. Game number 2 is a 2-0, and Right Turtle are the winners, and now they lead 2-0 in the set. Maybe you were right. Maybe that break they had to wait for Cute Hamsters losers finals matchup with Hefty Cormorant really just kind of put some rust on them. They got cold, you know. Then all of a sudden they broke out the hand warmers, which I guess is necessary, even though it's like 90 degrees everywhere right now, unless you live in like Antarctica. And they were able to start winning.
Well, if they need the hand warmers, it's not because of their gameplay, because they're running hot. We have replays from that one to take a look at from that game. And honestly, I mean, some huge hero plays from them, but I don't even know how much there's going to be to look at, because that game was so fast. Honestly, between these rounds, you saw those sticks. We have some of those to recall here. That really well timed push by Gronky, and this by Slop holding over here on this very edge. I want to point out how much utility they throw into him there. They pre-instant him. He had a little corner he could sit in to avoid that. They flashed him. He was down to 2 HP. They were spamming it as heavily as they could, but Slop gets out with 2 HP. He's expecting it. I think it's good that they're pre-spamming it, because they need to. They need to be spamming it blind, or else they're going to get caught off guard by someone there. But they're adapting to it. They're figuring out Cute Hamster's opening here, and Cute Hamsters will have to adapt quicker than that if they want a chance to come back in the set, because they'll have to do a reverse sweep if they want to force Right Turtle to go to bed at like 3 a.m. at this point, if we go all the way.
Well, is it 3? No, it's 2 a.m. for him right now.
Yes.
Exactly 2 a.m. But
on the dot.
Speaking of 2 a.m., 2-0. Right Turtle is up. I tried to make that work. It didn't as well as I thought it would. We're going to Favelas for Strikeout, game number 3. And if Right Turtle is able to take this game as well, they will be your winners. Here's your bands, Lancer and Vi. Whew.
Interesting. Fixer up. Last time Fixer was up, it didn't go too hot for Cute Hamster. Slopodopolous really kind of hit the ground running with it.
Yeah, I was going to say Fixer is available, but I was also going to ask you, if I had a hamster in one hand and a turtle in the other hand, which pet would you prefer?
Like to actually care for, or just like to hold for a minute?
Yes, to care for.
A turtle, because it's easier.
All right, you heard it here,
I have
ladies
2
and
cats
gentlemen.
already.
Kresnik thinks that Right Turtle is winning game number 3.
I don't see why not.
Let's talk it.
I mean, they lost the last strikeout, but they also lost the last demolition.
Yeah, I was going to say, they lost the last demolition 8-0, and then they came and they won this one 8-6. The strikeout last best of 5 in our grand finals. We're in grander finals now. Grand finals 2.0.
Yes, we
now.
are.
They lost the strikeout to Cute Hamster. It was 2-2. They were on Factory, kind of a big map, but I wouldn't classify it the same as Favelas right now, right? So this map, didn't they play King of the Hill on this map actually?
No, I think they played Strikeout on this map.
Oh, that was when Right Turtle played Hefty Cormorant. I'm trying to trying to visualize it in my head here. Yeah,
I think they played Strikeout in the losers finals. Could be wrong about that, but I believe that they would have that kind of fallback. Favelas on this map again. I talked about it having. It's not as chaotic as some of the other strikeouts where I feel like the game changes so much from point to point. It's kind of the same because you're fighting the high ground on 2 of them, right? Because you're not holding water. You're not just going to go into the low ground and sit there and be like, all right, guys, job done. They're zoned. We did a great job. You're kind of holding the same space for 2 of them. Only the field is really different. So if you can win the high ground, if Right Turtle look like they're winning the high ground points, whether it be in the warehouse or in the water, they could be taking this one home. They have the chance to close it out right here. Map number 3 of the Grander finals after the bracket reset. Right Turtle are on the cusp of taking down Cute Hamster and ending their streak out. Blue, I can't wait to get into this game and see exactly how things are going to pan out, because, I mean, what a story it would be for Right Turtle not even being there for week number 1, raising some money for charity and then saying, oh, yeah, we'll just show up and We'll still win. We'll win the qualifier after not even playing 1 week.
They did play Hefty Cormorant because they came back 99. Remember, they came back by 99 points. But what I was going to say is,
Yes.
you are just so excited to say that Cute Hamsters potentially their streak is over, right? Like
It's because it could
I'm gonna be
happen,
honest,
man.
I'd
We're
be a
right
little-
there.
I'm gonna be a little excited to say it if it happens because it's a big deal. Not for Cute Hamsters, but for the rest of the scene. Everyone's always coming into different chats on Twitter, everything saying about all the same people win all the time, and people are like, and I'm always like, well, that's because you don't grind harder than them. They're out there putting in the work, so of course they're gonna win. Right, Turtle, though, like you said, missing week 1 for that charity tournament they did for Paladins, but also they're the 5th seed. They lost to Hefty Cormorant very early in week 3. Week 2 they didn't do so well as at the same time. So, you know, it's not just the fact that they didn't show up week 1. It's the fact that they didn't play very well the times they did. And Slop, oh my goodness. Could you get any more dangerous with that Deadeye and Fixer? He finds another on the Hylight. Ah, man, they might be regretting banning out the Fixer already.
Yeah, we'll see if Gronky's going to have to make good on this Fixer pick for him if he wants to give them a reason to keep it up. And 1 down already with the Deadeye will make that happen, but traded out by Slopodopolous immediately. It's a 2 for 2, and they do flip the objective for it. Prosper now on it and repeaks at the perfect time. The Rage popped a little bit too late. They'll shift back in. They will get these downs. Prosper is just showing up here in game number 8. Map number 8 of these grand finals.
Game number 8. You make it seem like he hasn't done anything for 7 games, but yeah.
No, I'm saying
nice of him to
he's
show
got
up
the
on the
endurance, Blue.
Scorcher.
I'm not saying he hasn't been showing up. I'm saying he's got the endurance. It's map 8, and he's still here, putting in the damage, putting in the work, pushing up, keeping this point held, and getting down.
There's 8 players still here in game number 8 as these two teams are going the distance. 10-8, Cute Hamster lead currently ticket-wise, but I mean, we've seen a 9-0 comeback almost by Cute Hamster. We almost saw an 11-0, although not really from Right Turtle. That one kind of went awry very quickly. But now everything's starting to slow down, just waiting. I don't think they realize there's a Riptide Fixer sitting in warehouse.
They had no idea. No info. They were doing the 2-2 split, and I think they just showed a little bit too much. I think they had to go get up close, shut down one of those doors. I think that had to be the play, but they take it a little bit wide. They lose some players because of it. Pulsza does trade 1 back out, but that is 3 down for Right Turtle. Only 2 tickets left for them here with 4 seconds. Really 1 because of that. Now they're going to be at 0 after this last timer goes all the way out. So it's effectively a 4 versus 13. Not the easiest way to take it out here. They flash, but it gets blocked, and it's just tough for Right Turtle now going in here. The strikeout has just not been a place that they've really thrived. They need to find something, but it's going to be so hard to turn it around. Slop does so much for them. 2 downs already. Delena holding by the edge there. I mean, Fragout on the edge here. They force Hylight back. They have to go in as cleanly as possible, so they use the Halos to retake it, to flip it around, but they still have to play perfect.
This time we don't see that full mirror matchup. We have a couple little differences in the compositions.
Yes.
I mean, you still have Fixers and Chocks on both sides. You have Scorches, or excuse me, Kestrels on both sides as well. And then the difference, Scorch, Seeker. Cute Hamster elects to go with the Intel over that kind of Slayer mentality. But then again, I mean, we've been talking about Scorch has not been too much of a Slayer lately, getting a lot of assists from Gotti and Prosper today on those Scorch plays. Delena playing on the backside of Tree. Objective is in favor of Right Turtle. Oh. And Gronky kind of did not check his left. Because of that, Slopodopolous, who they have banned Fixer against a few times today and in the past, finds that knock. And he's the only person standing now for Right Turtle, as it's a 4v1, and Gronky found him and took care of him. A little bit of revenge. 1-0 Cute Hamster lead in game number 3.
Big performance by Gronky in that round. I think he's saying, all right, listen, we got to at least show a reason why we let Fixer through, so I have to perform. Shoutouts to Right Turtle for taking it back to the edge. They pushed it as long as they could, but they just could not hold out on that point, and I don't blame them. That was a big ticket deficit for them, but they showed that it's going to be close, and 2 of the 3 points on this map are going to be about contesting that space and controlling that zip, controlling that warehouse, all of that area. So important to hold here. But now that it's on the low ground, field is a little more important. Hylight doesn't seem to think so, though. He's going to be holding a little bit closer by here, as most of the fighting happens on the high ground. Gronky fairly forward. Sticky Sense will give them some info, but nothing quite yet as Slop tries to trade into them and point it out and annihilated by Fragout. With that crossfire here, Pulsza, though, gets the better of Hylight as he goes for the self-res. How will this duel go? It will be a trade back and forth. Everything is being evened out. These teams are playing so careful and making sure they're always under the watchful eye of one of their teammates before they take a fight.
Smart move from them. Just being under that watchful eye, having someone help them out. Look at Gronky just hiding around in the bush, jumping up on bricks. Hylight did find one of them, but Prosper returns the fire, helping his teammate out. So we were talking about always being within watchful eye. Well, that time it worked out for Right Turtle. 14 to 12 now. Right Turtle starting to make some moves and make some plays. I know they're tired.
It's still
over there in EU, 2 a.m., trying to finish this off. Winning this game would do so.
It would, and they definitely, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm pretty sure they want to. They don't want to have to risk another demolition if it goes all the way down. Right now, though, because this round has been close, it's so much harder for Right Turtle because they're constantly trading against themselves and they haven't had the point the whole time. It's so hard to recapture this point. It's so difficult to actually flip it, but they're bleeding tickets out in the wrong direction. Now that they have a couple kills, maybe they can do it, but again, it's a trade right away. Hylight finds Slopodopolous. Fragout actually runs away and kites him the whole time. His sense is going to be enough to turn up, and look at him here. Maybe gets another down too, if he can find that, but Delena accidentally finishes off
Delena
Fragout
just
with
killed
a
his
bounce
teammate.
nade.
Unfortunate. We've seen that a few times. Not today, but Delena ends up just trying to get something with the bounce nade, ends up taking out Frag. That's would normally be not that big of a deal in King of the Hill, but there's ticket amounts in Strikeout. Only 4 remaining for Cute Hamster, and just as I say that, they use up 1 more, so 3 to 2 now. The lead gets cut in half. Right Turtle starting to play a little bit more defensively, trying to hold this, and just as I say that, Emess finds Hylight, but the return trade comes in. Delena helping him out. Hylight had his rage available, so he'll be able to get back up all on his own. And now on their last life, each member of Right Turtle, Chalk already out of the play. Emess finds a double kill onto Delena and Gronky. That'll certainly help out because it evens the playing field to no more tickets for either side. Final life all around. Emess finds another one. Hylight was able to find Slop. Hylight should not have his rage. Does get revealed by the sticky sensor. Prosper is still available to help him as well. He finishes off Hylight. Drones come out. Not going to hit anything. Maybe that will even lead him to believe that no one's there, but now he sees him. And look at where Gronky is. No one even realized he was hiding on the barricade. He ends up going down. It's a 1v2.
10 seconds, though. He has to go to point. He has to go to point. He doesn't have enough time. He has 2 seconds to actually contest, and they're already there and fighting him. And even then, they're just waiting for him to go in. Maybe they go together there. Are they just too far apart? Either way, they didn't really have a chance, and Cute Hamsters are about to take this strikeout away from them 3-0 if they can't adapt to this. This is going to be the different hill, though. This is going to be the different site. It's going to be all the way over by the field. The high ground, not really as much of a factor. This one is kind of chaotic. I would say this one's all over the place, the way they have to play this. And with Fragout barely ahead of everyone else with the Kestrel, maybe they're hoping he can kind of go on a bit of a spree here. Scale up a little bit with this Kestrel, but it's pretty late game at this point. The damage is just coming in from cute Hamsters. No one on Right Turtle even had a chance. It's just Prosper left. He'll trade out 1 kill for it. Make that 2, actually. Taking them down with absolutely no help from his teammates. Will he even be looking for more? Maybe he can stop this hack from coming out. They lose 1, and Prosper with another actually evens it up. In spite of everything, literally 1 versus 4. Takes down 3 people, and they're about to flip the objective if they can find this next pick.
That's a better trade as well, because he gets 3 himself. He evens out the scoreboard, and then his teammates are coming back to not only help him, but set up to hold this, zone out, and they'll also have all of their util and lethals back in their kits and ready to go. Nice play there from Prosper, although you can't really rely on that to carry you through this. You are losing 2-0 at the time in strikeout, and Slop gets taken out. Oh my goodness. Delena getting a little dangerous with it. He had help, however, from Gronky and Hylight. Pulsza able to take out Delena. A little bit overzealous push there. C4 comes out on the other side of Statue, but no one is there by a mile. And now the revive starting to come in from Cute Hamster, meaning they'll have all of their kits to util dump. As Slop falls once again. Slop hasn't made that much of an impact on the Fixer this game thus far. I think Gronky's gotten the upper hand in that battle.
I think one of the bigger things about this, I think I agree that Gronky has been the better Fixer, but I think even then with the frags that have been going back and forth, they're never holding onto the point. That's the biggest thing I'm making a note of. Yes, they're constantly trading against each other, but the reason why these trades are going better for Cute Hamsters is because every 30 seconds, Right Turtle's losing a ticket. Every 30 seconds, they're losing a ticket because they never have control of the point. They're not winning gunfights like that, which will close this one out. A 3-0 return on Strikeout saying, oh, we can play Respawn, and we are ready for you on King of the Hill. We're going back to Breach here, which they won in a very close game. It was a 2-0, but I remember those rounds being fairly back and forth between them. Cute Hamsters have a time to adapt to them.
All right, and as we take a look at the replays from game number 3, the strikeout, 3-0 in favor of Cute Hamster. Once again, they win that strikeout, but this time they're trailing in the set overall 2-1. We're going to another King of the Hill, like you mentioned. We're going to Breach, like you mentioned, and it was close last time. You're right, but Kresnik, what happened in this strikeout? Couldn't even force a round extra.
It was the point control. They never really swung it. I think it's kind of secondary to the saving your teammates and fragging, but it is so crucial. Here, they flipped the point in the 3rd round, and how quickly did they get it back? We obviously can't see in that replay, but it even put pressure on. You never see that 60-minute timer run out, but it put so much pressure on them that they had to rotate onto it and give up their little bit of high ground positioning. So tough for them. A huge hit back from Cute Hamster saying they are still in this game. Do not count them out just yet, but they have a King of the Hill to get through to get back to their comfort zone of demolition near the very end. But Blue, this Breach last time, if they can just win Hill 4, maybe Cute Hamsters have a shot to take it the distance.
Yeah, I mean, they were down a few times after Hills 1 and 2. It was a 2-0 overall, but they were able to start gathering more points. You know, they sprinkled some points in there from the first 2 hills. Then that 3rd hill, they really depended on getting control of that. Then they shifted over to hill number 4, and even when they were trailing in the 2nd round, they held it long enough to get the win, and they held it beautifully. I liked watching them play the Breach, King of the Hill, and we get to see it again. How will Cute Hamsters adapt to that, however?
They might let Seeker through this time. I'm trying to remember if it was available last time, but they did just beat it. So I think maybe Fixer, let the Fixer through if you think Gronky is feeling himself on it. But is that a risk you want to take of just giving Slop his pop-off game? He did play Anvil the last time they came around here, so maybe it's actually an Anvil ban. And then they just pick all flashes and run in and break their hold that way. They have options, Blue.
Let's see. Who has flashbangs? Anvil.
Lancer?
I mean, Anvil. Glitch.
Sorry, I'm saying the bands. Don't mind me.
Yeah.
Glitch, Talon, Chalk.
Talon, and Chalk. That's the only 3, right? The new
Okay.
character is getting flashbangs, so we'll have a 4th one soon. But the bans, like you were mentioning, Vi, Lancer, Right Turtle do not want to deal with Vi, obviously, once again. And Lancer. I don't know, Cute Hamster. You want to leave Slop with the Fixer. Anvil's also available as well, so if the Chalks come out...
Maybe he just goes Anvil. I wouldn't be shocked if he just goes Anvil instead after how he did last round. I think he was a very strong presence when he was picking up Anvil last time, so maybe someone else picks up the Fixer. I just don't know who would be out of them.
So, I don't know either, because the thing is if they go Anvil and Fixer, you'll see the Anvil go to Emess. I guess you could see also Pulsza playing it, because then you want Kestrel to be played by Emess. He's been phenomenal with Kestrel today. But also Slop has played Kestrel before as well. So it all just depends on what they're looking to do comp-wise. They played very well with Anvil. You get a little sneak peek at the standings there. Cute Hamster, the number 1 seed coming into today's tournament. Right Turtle, the number 5 seed.
And it's a huge tournament for them coming back. I find it hard to side against Right Turtle on King of the Hill, but the last time I said something along those lines, they lost their mode. When I said that for Cute Hamster on Demolition, they caught an L there. So saying that, I think I might be cursing us to a game 5, but I don't want to go against my better judgment. They have looked so solid on King of the Hill, even with the way that strikeout went. They came back after losing a strikeout before. I gotta have faith here in Right Turtle to potentially end the streak and do what they can. But I said it, Slop won't be on the Fixer. It's going to be Emess. You got that Anvil for Slop after how we did last time. It makes sense. And interesting shifts on the other side too. You got Delena on the Anvil as well, Gronky on the Fixer, and Fragout on the Kestrel. So we are seeing some changes there. I guess Delena maybe not comfortable on Scorch.
No, Delena's played Scorch for them before. So has Gronky, and so has Frag.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
interesting.
Just the rogue pools being expanded for both teams here. They are getting a little, I don't know. Maybe they're just trying new things out, seeing, like,
is
hey,
this the time to try out new things?
Throw off your opponent. You got to, I mean, they're pulling all the tricks out of the bag. They're trying to win their 5th straight title here.
Yes, Blue. This is it. They'll never expect Delena on Anvil. How can we lose if Delena's on Anvil? Maybe they're just desperate for some sort of change here on King of the Hill. And it seems like they should be, because they've already taken some damage, but they did get one back right away. The C4 from Delena connects onto him. Slop burns to death on the hill, and now they're going to start getting that time early. Even though the damage came in right away to Right Turtle, Cute Hamsters were the one who finished off all the kills. And look at this mirrored little butterfly of Anvil shields over here in the corners of the point as Right Turtle gets set for their 2nd push.
I think that's another reason why they banned the Vi, just so they can have the only work. I mean, no one's going to pick Dallas. You might not see a Scorch. So you don't want to have to deal with incense from Vi or poisons around the shield. So if you got to deal with an incense from a Scorch, you're like, okay, I can deal with one. Just don't let 2 of them being thrown at me while I'm getting my max health pool getting sucked away from me through poison. Look at this, the early rotation towards the 2nd hill. They picked up a little bit of garbage time on that first one as well. And they've moved and they've made some plays. And now they're up 17-13 and still ticking away with a minute remaining on hill number 2.
And they have a great spot here. That's a great place to splash these Halo drones here, but Slop downs too. His Anvil is just so strong and so tough to deal with. But the rest of them are getting down. Now a flip here for Cute Hamster. Even after all those downs they were able to get, it just wasn't enough, and they're forced to push through a choke. They have a flash. They're walking off of it. They will get Hylight for it, but there's still Fragout close by. Prosper knows Slop is maybe coming in here to get aggressive. Will read him with the C4. You can still see Gronky stuck there behind cover. He is not healthy enough to live through this. They'll run him down. They will keep counting up the time on this objective. And how much time is left? I think about 30 seconds for them here. But this has been a very, very low-scoring game at King of the Hill. So much congestion, as expected, with these two juggernauts of the Rogue Company scene.
Yeah, and that's the cover I was talking about, baby. Get rid of it. Get it out of the way. Oh my goodness. Gronky was the one who actually got the credit for that down, but Delena hopping in and out the window. Blocks off the doorway to the side. Throws a C4, but he ends up getting taken out before he can utilize that C4 that he threw. Hylight did find Slop, but look at the angles being played. They're playing right next to each other in different angles, different facets. 52-34. Although the 34 is now at 37 and counting as they have gained control of hill number 3. This is still the first round and things are already starting to heat up. Kresnik, they're playing so slowly compared to what we're used to in a King of the Hill.
And now they're finally retaking this space. Delena will go down. They waited so patiently up top, and I guess it was just to bait Delena in. And whoa, Delena's leaving. Apparently, goodbye, says the ragdoll, glowing in front of us. I like this spot by Emess. I don't think they're going to expect it, but Hylight actually rolls back. They baited him to peek. He gave away his position, and now he has to hold a little bit further back with this MLX Maw. But they're gaining time. It's only about 15 seconds or so left, and they're going to get an extra pick here. Hill number 4. This is where Right Turtle have thrived in the past as they flashbang an anvil. Unfortunate choice there. Won't have that resource here, but they will burn down this anvil shield as they get ready to push in. Cute Hamster have it now, but for how long, Blue?
Look at where Emess is holding, trying to make sure that no one can come through mid and play as aggressive as they'd like. Objective in possession of Cute Hamster, and this is something we talked about. They've got to play Hill 4 a lot better. Hylight finds Slop. Delena found Emess. Fragout did go down, but a 2-for-1 trade.
Overextension.
Prosper finds Gronky on that overextension like you were saying, and that means they might have an opportunity to walk in here. C4 comes out. They won't find anything from it. Fragout finds a double kill onto Slop and Pulsza. Gronky coming in off respawn takes out Prosper. Emess falls as well, and now Cute Hamsters take the lead 102-86 and climbing. This is still doable for Right Turtle, however, with just under 5 seconds left on the timer. They have to force sudden death.
And they're pushing out here for it. Hylight will win that fight. Emess gets it, but they just can't make it to the objective. And point number 4 does now go the way of Cute Hamster. They got there early. They denied them their way in. They had a chance. But as soon as they found their opening, they walked right into a crossfire that was just baited for them. That T-junction, a wide angle taken by Fragout. They went to duel him. They missed. And that's what it comes down to. When the pressure's on, Right Turtle are just not winning the gunfights the same way that they are in the other maps. It's like a different team in some of these fights. Slop's the one who's really performing here, but both teams have kind of randomly swapped roles around, and it seems to be doing a little bit better for Cute Hamster.
I think they're going to have to not rely so much on hill number 4 like they usually do, because it looks like Cute Hamsters has figured out that game plan. Emess finds one, finds a second. Hylight did respond onto Slop with the incend, but Emess finds a third one in just under 30 seconds.
Huge.
Emess finds a fourth one onto Gronky in under a minute. Hylight and Delena
I got Delena too.
Emess finds another one. Finally, Emess goes down to Hylight, but oh my goodness, what was that? 4 or 5 knocks coming in the first minute of this round. King of the Hill, you only need 2 rounds to win. So far, 1 in favor of Cute Hamsters. Early rotation coming through, however, for that second hill to start.
You know what I was going to say, Blue? The craziest thing after that massive play from Emess, they were still losing. Because they didn't have control of the objective that whole time. It was tied out a little bit more from them. They now go to rotate to meet this next kill here. Pop the Rage. They have some line of sight on Delena, but they're so scared to cross these sight lines. They do find one. Emess picked up that SMG. They push into Delena. He's got to be so low. No one else is really there to collapse on it, though. Headstrong won't keep him up for long. Emess with a huge flank, showing up exactly when he needs to, as all of Cute Hamster get wiped off of the hill. They'll be able to keep it held on the side of Right Turtle, but they need to stop their rotations in. Cute Hamsters are so good at setting up their own crossfires, at checking their corners, as Fragout gets checked in the corner. The Halo drones finds Emess. They're going to lose this hill, I think, flipping up. It's just being contested now, 20 seconds. Right Turtle actually still managing to hold on for now after a massive clutch by Slopodopolous, taking down 2 players trying to be aggressive, and it looks like they might be setting up already for hill number 3.
Yeah, and I'm starting to think Emess is a pretty good fixer there, huh? Wouldn't you agree after watching some of the plays he's been making? Not that one in particular, as I just jinxed him for that, but Delena finds Prosper with the maw in his hand as well. We saw that double come out a little bit earlier from Slop with the same weapon, same character, and now trying to make some moves. He's going to have to force himself into the incense, which he does. Only 38 health to his name, but he did end up taking out Hylight just to help his team. C4 comes out, finds one, but it's not even the one he was trying to get.
A little happy little accident.
Yeah. Tried to get in on top of the staircase so they could take out the guy on top. Ends up hitting the side. Speaking of the side, trying to get inside as he takes down the shield. But Emess found Gronky. Slop kind of scared Delena there. 75 points for Right Turtle here in round number 2. But it's only hill 3. So a lot of time on that clock.
Wow.
25 seconds to be exact before they have to even worry about it going towards that 4th location, which their rotation's already starting for as well.
Brutal.
Prosper, Slop, they find kills once again, and now it's just Prosper sitting on the objective for garbage time. And look at the rotation coming through, but they're losing this fight. Pulsza already goes down.
And they smoked this entire site. They popped the thermal goggles. There should be no intel other than what Gronky can see on the other side. Pulsza now getting the better of Fragout. It will be a 1-for-1 with Prosper going down. They're getting flanked now. They had no idea he was coming in, but Slop does manage to turn around and get on him in time. The C4 will not finish off Slop. But now the time's counting up. Cute Hamsters have this held. They have a shield in the way. They have a little bit of space behind them. Here comes some flashbangs. Was that I can't tell if that was a team flash or not, or if they're getting surrounded, but Emess now pushing in, pistol out. Delena shredding through them. Delena finds 2, but he's just in melee range of them. Going to try to fight them as well. Close range. Emess
is
doesn't want to lose
happening?
this game. He turns it around. He just contests, though. Their team actually has to get in there to flip this at some point, but they're just struggling to make it into this hill that Right Turtle have been holding so dominantly so far in this set.
What just happened? Emess literally put the barrel of that Deadeye up against their bodies and was able to find 2 knocks from it. Helped out on a 3rd as well. Slop finds Frag with the C4, but it's an even trade after Gronky found one. And now everything's starting to fall apart. Emess, Prosper walking in, getting done what they need to get done. Up by 9. 1 second remaining. All they have to do is clear everyone out of the way. And that's exactly what Pulsza did with a burst pistol in his hand. We're tied at 1 apiece. Slop has 22 downs.
Blue, insane play by Slop. I have to mention that. His anvil, I think, is really keeping this team in the game. But how could this end any other way if it were to end here? This is Cute Hamster's streak on the line, Blue. They're 1 round away. They barely won that one, but they're improving. And if that improvement continues, this could be it. This could close it out. Right Turtle could finally beat their demons. They've beaten them before, but never when it mattered. Never when things were on the line. But Slop is waking up. Emess is waking up, Blue, and we could be on the precipice of this.
Dude, Emess is literally getting away with murder on this fixer in this game. Delena finds Slop with the C4 once again. He's gotten a few of those already for the first time playing Anvil for us to see. Oh my goodness, he hit him in the head with the C4. Yeah. ends up killing
Pretty
each other because the C4 was flying through the air when he started shooting. Only 2
Pretty sure that happened
points
on this map last
on
time,
that
too.
objective. But look at this, Delena finally
Pulsza.
going down. Pulsza finds him. He found a double kill. Gronky beforehand. Emess finds Frag. And an early rotation into the Hill 2 location from Cute Hamsters might just give them the advantage this time around. Never mind. Emess is walking around with an LMG. You can see through smoke. It's probably C4 that he just...
Blew the
Okay,
pressure's
all
on.
right.
Blew the pressure's on. That doesn't happen. All right, Emess, come on. We're singing your praises. You can't be doing that, man. Everything's on the line. This is what you've been playing for a whole month. You can't blow yourself up with a C4 in front of everybody. We're all
Slop
watching,
just
man.
got a double kill and then died to a Delena getting a double kill with a maul. Look at this shield. Looks like he's trying to surf on this objective with that thing. Going down the stairs with it.
This is dangerous, Blue.
Can this
Dangerous.
C4
Hylight
reach?
right on this.
Oh my goodness,
He's
Emess!
peeking. Emess is making up for everything he's ever
Emess,
done
1,
in
2,
this
3! Oh, he killed himself with the C4 just to give them a little bit of a head start because he knew he's going to be walking through. Cleanup on aisle B. There's a mess on Hill 2.
And Cute Hamsters, Blue, how often are they in this position? They're not really in this position very often when it matters this much. They're never stuck here with a 67-point deficit, usually because it's not playing King of the Hill, but for what it's worth, they're not in this position. But Emess, all this pressure is turning the coal into a diamond, Blue. He's performing so well. Fire up on the corner. They're going to be here for the next heal, I think, just in time. They just have to get rid of Fragout. Prosper might be doing it for him.
Yeah, and the shield's in the doorway once again. Slop's going crazy as well, by the way. Look at this. Destroy the wall, walk through, and then you get messed up. Hylight finds a double kill onto Slop and Emess. They might be able to take control of this objective now. But it doesn't really matter. The lead is still in favor of Right Turtle, and they're moving towards hill number 4. You already know what that means. Slop turns on him as he heard him jumping over the wall. Another kill for Prosper as well. 97. They're gaining more time on that third hill. Slop's already set up for this next one. He's got 2 people walking in on him. Prosper takes out another one. A double kill from Slop on the C4 to Frag and Delena. Hello. 112 and counting. Ladies and gentlemen, this might be over. It might end here. Not just the game, not just the set, but the streak. 4 straight $10,000 events have gone in favor of Cute Hamster. Everyone complains on Twitter, on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch chat. I get text messages, Discord, people. Nobody can beat Cute Hamsters. Well, guess what? That might change. 13 points away from it being a reality. Slopodopolous finds a triple kill. With the maw in his hands once again, he will not let up. The gas pedal is hitting the floor of the car, it seems. Pulsza falls, but it doesn't matter. Victory for Right Turtle. They win the set 3-1. It took a bracket reset, but they still get the job done.
Blue.
June, $10,000 Road Company Showdown goes in favor of Right Turtle. The Kings, the Juggernauts, the Goliaths have been dethroned. Let's take a look at the replays. Kresnik, what happened there? Besides Slop just going insane. Besides Emess just going insane.
I really think they just started finding out how they wanted to play against Cute Hamster, how to punish the way that they played. You saw the utility usage to kind of burn down them when they tried to play stacked on top of each other. That C4 on the final site, take that in for it, right? They're playing characters that can mow down multiple players when they get pushed at once. They know what Cute Hamster is going to do. It's still the right way to play Rogue Company, so sometimes it just works the way that Cute Hamsters are playing, but I feel like they just started to slowly dismantle it over the series. By map 4, by that final round, by the time they turned around round number 2, they were just in their head. They were just in their head. If you watch that kill feed, that is a team that is just has beaten themselves already at that point. And that was a close round at the start, but they were just losing every single gunfight. Emess popped off too many times. Someone in chat was probably like, I can't believe we let Fixer through. And that probably
I'm
just
like looking
made
at these
everything roll
replays
down
right
from
now.
there.
And I just see
This isn't even the round where the kill feed was that one-sided.
Slop. And then sometimes you see Emess, slop, Emess. Here's that replay. The one where he's literally standing right next to them, just downing them with the dead eye, which is something you don't see every day. But oh my goodness, those two players popping off, Krez. They went nuts.
Unreal. But other than my hairline, I'm not sure what chat has to complain about anymore now.
They cannot complain at all about the same team winning over and over again. I mean, granted, the three teams that made the top three were kind of the same ones, but still, we have a different champion. Congratulations to Right Turtle. The championship, it's going to the EU. It's going across the pond. They brought it home. Prosperlogic, Slopodopolous, Emess, and Pulsza. They are your June Road Company Showdown $10,000 champions. They get the biggest part of that prize being $6,000. Oh my goodness. And also, big announcement. Kresnik, I don't know if you know, but July, we're doing another 10K event, okay?
Wow.
We're running it back again with the same format, the same details. July 3rd will be your first qualifier. July 11th will be your second qualifier. July 11th is a Sunday. July 3rd and 17th being the first and third qualifiers are Saturdays once again. And then it all, is for the main event. $10,000 on July 24th and 25th. Make sure you tune live to the broadcast at 3 p.m. Eastern time on twitch.tv/CMG_esports. It's right there on your screen. Checkmategaming.com for all of the information. Or you can follow us on Twitter at CMG_rogue. We'll tweet out all the information for the July event, and we'll even pin it to the top of our profile so you don't even have to go too far to find the information. You follow us, look at it. It's right there in your face. I'm excited. You're excited. It's 4v4 cross-platform. Of course, double elimination in that main event once again. But again, Kresnik, any last thoughts?
Just so happy I could be here, man. After casting this for the last couple of months, being here for the moment when the streak finally ends after casting a few of the finals in a row where they kind of took it away hopelessly. I'm just happy I got to be here to view a piece of hopefully a long bit of Road Company history.
Yes, it is going to be a piece of history. Couldn't get the fifth one. Couldn't complete the, if we gave out a ring for every 10K, you couldn't complete the whole Infinity Gauntlet there. Because it looks like the Infinity Gauntlet was borrowed by Emess and Prosper, and they figured it out. Congratulations once again, not just to that team, but to the EU region. They have a champion once again. Have a good night, everyone.